Snowman's voice makes waves, no illusion. Conclusion, every story told, he unfolds, it excites, ignites. Game to game, every frame, fans unite in sights. Queens the muse, they refuse to lose. Bright light sights, together they inspire. Uplift through the night's heights. Sports the Foley schools, teaches cool, breaks rules. Hope is the goal for the soul, it fuels, renews. Snowman's voice fills the void, breaks through, so true. Loving his queen, spreading dreams, skies the few pursue.
There's a game on the track.
Snowman on the mic, no mistake he elevates. Play by play, every game he demonstrates. Loving his queen, that's the dream he celebrates. Together they rise, spreading hope it resonates. Through sports he inspires, fuels the fire they admire. Each call's got power, lifts them higher, no retire. Snowman multimedia, take you through the wire. Dreams in motion with devotion won't expire. On the field, on the court, got the vision. Precision, lifting hope, every word is the mission. Ambition with his queen by his side, no division. Just fusion, Snowman's voice makes waves, no illusion. Conclusion, on the field, on the court, got the vision. Precision, lifting hope, every word is the mission. Ambition with his queen by his side, no division. Just fusion, Snowman's voice, no illusion. Conclusion, broadcasting live, each move he narrates, creates energy, electric crowd moves, it vibrates, relates. Queen by his side, riding highs, no debates, gates open wide, love and hope he generates, motivates. He's the voice through the noise, brings the choice, rejoice. Each game he frames, every name, they'll rejoice, no voice. Silent moments with his queen, they align, refine, spreading hope through sports. Every time it shine, the field, on the court, got the vision. Precision, lifting hope, every word is the mission. Ambition with his queen by his side, no division. Just fusion, Snowman's voice makes waves, no illusion. Conclusion, on the field, on the court, got the vision. Precision, lifting hope, every word is the mission. Ambition with his queen by his side, no division. Just fusion, Snowman's voice makes waves, no illusion. Conclusion, every story told, he unfolds, it excites, ignites. Game to game, every frame, fans unite in sights. Queens the muse, they refuse to lose. Bright light sights, together they inspire. Uplift through the night's heights. Sports the Foley schools, teaches cool, breaks rules. Hope is the goal for the soul, it fuels, renews. Snowman's voice fills the void, breaks through, so true. Loving his queen, spreading dreams, skies the few pursue.
There's a game on the track.
Snowman on the mic, no mistake he elevates. Play by play, every game he demonstrates. Loving his queen, that's the dream he celebrates. Together they rise, spreading hope it resonates. Through sports he inspires, fuels the fire they admire. Each call's got power, lifts them higher, no retire. Snowman multimedia, take you through the wire. Dreams in motion with devotion won't expire. On the field, on the court, got the vision. Precision, lifting hope, every word is the mission. Ambition with his queen by his side, no division. Just fusion, Snowman's voice makes waves, no illusion. Conclusion, on the field, on the court, got the vision. Precision, lifting hope, every word is the mission. Ambition with his queen by his side, no division. Just fusion, Snowman's voice makes waves, no illusion. Conclusion, broadcasting live, each move he narrates, creates energy, electric crowd moves, it vibrates, relates. Queen by his side, riding highs, no debates, gates open wide, love and hope he generates, motivates. He's the voice through the noise, brings the choice, rejoice. Each game he frames, every name, they'll rejoice, no voice. Silent moments with his queen, they align, refine, spreading hope through sports. Every time it shine, the field, on the court, got the vision. Precision, lifting hope, every word is the mission. Ambition with his queen by his side, no division. Just fusion, Snowman's voice makes waves, no illusion. Conclusion, on the field, on the court, got the vision. Precision, lifting hope, every word is the mission. Ambition with his queen by his side, no division. Just fusion, Snowman's voice makes waves, no illusion. Conclusion, every story told, he unfolds, it excites. game, every frame, fans unite in sights. Queen's the muse, they refuse to lose. Bright light sights, together they inspire. Uplift through the night's heights. Sports the holy schools, teaches cool, breaks rules. Hope is the goal for the soul, it fuels, renews. Snowman's voice fills the void, breaks through, so true. Loving his queen, spreading dreams, skies the few pursue.
There's a team on the track.
On the mic, no mistake, he elevates. Play by play, every game he demonstrates. Loving his queen, that's the dream he celebrates. Together they rise, spreading hope it resonates. Through sports he inspires, fuels the fire they admire. Each call's got power, lifts them higher, no retire. Snowman multimedia, take you through the wire. Dreams in motion with devotion won't expire. On the field, on the court, got the vision. Precision, lifting hope, every word is the mission. Ambition with his queen by his side, no division. Just fusion, Snowman's voice makes waves, no illusion. Conclusion, on the field, on the court, got the vision. Precision, lifting hope, every word is the mission. Ambition with his queen by his side, no division. Just fusion, Snowman's voice made conclusion. Broadcasting live, each move he narrates, creates energy.
Almost time to do this, everybody. My first hockey call in 14 years. Horowitz, Feinberg, and Horowitz. I got food, I got beer, I got comfortable. Let's do this. We're about to do this. Well, I'm ready whenever y'all are. Let's do this. Hockey on Snowman Multimedia begins right now. Friday Night Ice makes its debut, and what better way to make a debut than with this matchup where hatred is hatred no matter what way you slice it, how you slice it. I don't like the St. Louis Blues, and the St. Louis Blues will face my beloved Chicago Blackhawks tonight, and we're in the process of getting the feed up and ready to go. We're getting our set done right here. That's not the way I wanted it. Oh, you know what? I know what I did wrong. How about that? There we go. I got to fix it on the vertical stream where you all can see me. And we're waiting for the game to start. I'm going to make many mistakes in terms of names, in terms of who is where, but that is all right. Here we go with the feed again. For those of you that were with me on Wednesday, had a whole bunch of trouble getting the feed for Iowa and Iowa State in women's basketball. We'll get you through some scores right now. Sixers over the Pacers, 56-51. They're in the second quarter. Hornets over the Bulls, 61-53. They're late. Both games are late in the second quarter. We're awaiting this feed to start from the Enterprise Center in St. Louis, Missouri. And as mentioned, I am going to do my very best to bring you who did what and where. I got the lineups in front of me. The first line out for the Chicago Blackhawks. Left wing is Ryan Green. The center, of course, is Conor Bedard. Andre Burakovsky is the right wing. Defense goes Alex Vlasic and Louis Crevier. And in net tonight, the fellow who pitched a 3-0 shutout against the Rangers is Spencer Knight. For the St. Louis Blues, again, we're waiting for the feed to start. For the St. Louis Blues, left wing is Jake Neighbors. At center is Robert Thomas. The right wing is Pavel Buchnick. On defense is Cam Fowler and Colton Parayko. And in net is the Stanley Cup winner, Jordan Binnington. Horowitz, Feinberg, and Horowitz. You see how you can help us fund what we're doing here. Victor Locke is with me. He'll join me momentarily inside the booth. And I'm going to my second monitor here, do the game just in case this thing starts jumping like it did the other night. And I was not able to bring Iowa State to you. I couldn't get the feed on in time. And all right, I got it up here. And I don't like what happened with Sharon. There's a second side. Everybody's asked me today since I went off on Sharon Moore. What do I think about the Sharon Moore situation now that Dietz gave me an education I should remember. Journalism 101. Wait for both sides. All right, we're ready to go. And I can't. What in the world? All right, they're gonna make me do this. They're gonna make me do this again. And where do I do? Okay, all right. I hit the wrong button. It's the Blackhawks and the Blues from St. Louis. I gave you the first line starting lineup. We'll also see players for Chicago like Oliver Moore, Frank Nazar, and Tyler Bertuzzi, left to right. Defense on the second line, Matt Grelchik and Artem Levshinov. I've been practicing that name all day. Third line for the Blackhawks, Teuvo Teravainen, Jason Dickinson, and Ilya Mikheyev. I hope I got that right. All right. Ad should come off in just a moment. And we're ready to go. Good old-fashioned hate. The Blackhawks and the Blues from the Enterprise Center in St. Louis. They're still doing their, I hate using this word, all the pregame shows I've done over 30 years, but they're still inside their pregame show. Whom do you guys think will win tonight's game? Let me know in the chat down below and give me a score. We got a trade in the NHL. Tristan Jarry and Samuel Poulin will head to Edmonton. The Penguins will get goalie Stuart Skinner, defensive man Brett Kulak, and a 2029 second round pick. That's the trade between the Oilers and Penguins. I did some shekels across the table via PayPal to get you to your goal tonight. I truly appreciate that. The Hawks come out in the white uniforms, white sweaters, I beg your pardon, with the brown pants, with the black pants. Spencer Knight, 10-6-5 on the year with a 2.5 goals against. He has pitched 2 shutouts. One of them was Wednesday at home against the New York Rangers. Joel Hofer will get the starting goal instead of Jordan Binnington. 4-6-2 on the year with a 318 goals against average, 890 save percentage. He also has pitched 2 shutouts. He replaced Jordan Binnington in the third period. Bedard will start on the bench, or will start on the bench. Blues come out, blue tops, blue bottoms. They'll go left to right, and off we go with some hockey. The Blues will have it. They work it left to right on the near boards. They battle for it out near the center line, and the Blues are able to get it back into the zone. If I don't call out the names, forgive me. I'm learning this. This is my first call in 14 years. I got a limited screen in front of me, and I want to do my best to bring it to you. Blues put it into the zone. Spencer Knight gets to stay in net. They bang for it on the boards, and it comes out, and the Blackhawks have it ahead, but it's picked off by St. Louis. and they'll chase it back into their zone. We play 20-minute periods as mandated by the National Hockey League. Blues have it in play across the center line. They send it in near side. Spencer Knight has some help as the Blackhawks get back there to cover, and now they clear it back out to center ice. Blues trying to get it back into the zone. They can't, and they have it back in their own zone. We played a minute. Philip Broberg and Colton Parayko, Tyler Tucker, Justin Falk on defense. Spencer Knight did not cover it up. He sent it ahead, and the Blues were waiting for him. Nick Bujustad and Matthew Kessel, a couple of the scratches tonight. That's one thing I got to add to my hockey broadcast. Victor's prediction is 4-2 Hawks. What do you guys predict? We have no score. We're in the first quarter, 18:40 remaining in the first period. The Blues have had it in their zone for the past minute, and now the Blackhawks look to make a change. Conor Bedard out on the ice for the first time, and here they come up the near side, and they throw it back in. Blackhawks are predicted to win this game. Parayko has it in the back for St. Louis, and they shovel it ahead. Left to right come the St. Louis Blues, and they shove it into the left corner, and the Blackhawks are able to get to it. Alex Vlasic got a touch, and back they come the other way. On the near side is Mahenkev. Blues able to get to it, and now they come back the other way. We play 2 minutes. Horowitz says 4-2 Blues, no shutouts, and under 6 total power plays tonight. Hawks have it in front, but unable to get a shot. No one has gotten a shot on goal yet. 17:45 left in the first period. Cam Fowler on the advance for St. Louis. He shoves it all the way into the zone. The Blues trying to send it around the other way. Justin Falk got a piece of it. Now the Blackhawks have it, and here they come 1-on-3. And Rafferty sent it back the other way. Ryan Donato got a touch, sent it back the other way, and now the Blues have it in their own zone. Hey, I'm having fun now. This is my first hockey call in 14 years, and I'm not afraid to fail. I'm not afraid to miss some names as the Hawks have it in the Blues attack zone, unable to get a shot. And here come the Blues the other way. They got an advantage, 2-on-1 the other way, but the Blackhawks retreat on defense and able to get back. Out in front with a shot. Hawks able to cover it in the left corner. They battle for it. They still battle for it. Battle still going on, and the Blackhawks come up with it. 16:50 remaining in the first period. I'm going to get better with the names. That's a promise. That's one thing that when I do play-by-play, I want to get the names right of who does what, but hockey happens so fast. But you know what? The heck with it. Justin Falk has it this time. Now the Blackhawks have it in the Blues attack zone on the near boards. Player falls down for the Blues, but he's able to escape with the puck coming back the other way. No offsides. Cross-court cross ice pass, and a shot. Score! Delayed penalty against the Blackhawks, but the Blues are able to break the ice. They lead 1-0. Which that goal comes at 3:41 of period 1. And it's Logan Malou who puts the biscuit in the basket. Thank you, Keith Olbermann, for that. HF&H says, feels good, does it? Man, this feels fantastic. And a lot of it is me lacking confidence in getting this thing. Yeah, that was quick, Victor. So Malou was flying down the left side. Thomas gave him a perfect pass, and Malou broke the ice, no pun intended, and fired it into the net 5-hole on Spencer Knight. 1-0 in favor of the St. Louis Blues, and they will reset. Logan Malou with his first goal this season, third of his career, and the Blues lead 1-0. I had someone ask me, why do I hate the Blues so much? It's pretty simple. I used to live around a lot of Blues fans when I was away at college. Blackhawks trying to get it out of their zone. They can't. The Blues have it again. They send it around to the near boards. Coming up with it for the Blackhawks, trying to pick up a name here, Ryan Green. And Green escapes the other way, and so do the Blackhawks with a 3-on-2. They try to force a pass to Conor Bedard. It didn't work. St. Louis able to recover in the near corner with Parayko, and they come back the other way. 15:45 remaining in period 1. Centering ice pass across, no shot. And the Blues are able to keep it in their zone for a moment, but the Blackhawks are able to clear, and both teams will get a change. Now the Blues have it back the other way. They got numbers, 3-on-2. They fight for it in the near corner, trying to come out with a centering pass. Spencer Knight is ready. They send it around the other way. Shot coming. It's blocked out front. The Blackhawks have yet to have a shot on goal tonight. St. Louis has 2 of them. One of them was in the net. We've played 5 minutes. 1-0 St. Louis. Hawks trying to keep it in the St. Louis zone. And they forced Joel Hofer to clear the net. Now St. Louis has the other way on the attack, and they're playing with 7 scratches tonight. Blackhawks are playing with only 5 scratches, but it's the Blues that are up early. Another pass given away by the Blackhawks. Another turnover. Blues trying to take advantage, but the Blackhawks are able to cover behind Spencer Knight. Here they come back the other way. It's cleared into the neutral zone, trying to flip it ahead, but the Blues are able to cover. Good forechecking by the Blues so far. 1-0 St. Louis, 14:25 remaining in period 1. Now the Blues setting something up with a centering pass. No shot there. Now they have it out in front. Spencer Knight was ready, but no shot came on net. It'll clear back to the neutral zone, and the Blues will retreat. Have it back in the Blackhawks. Have it back in their own zone. Beg your pardon. Now the Blackhawks trying to come back the other way. They've yet to take a shot on goal tonight. They fight for it in the corner. And now they have it on the near. Now they fight for it on the near boards in the Blues zone. Hawks trying to come up with it. They can't. And now the Blues have it. And here they come the other way. Now the Blackhawks pick it off. And it was picked off by Wyatt Kaiser. They fight for it in the corner. The Blues are able to come up with it. And they have it behind Hofer. 13:25 remaining in period 1. 1-0 St. Louis. Spencer Knight goes to cover the puck from behind his net. And now the Hawks have it ahead. A couple players go down. And the Hawks have it in the Blues zone. Behind the net. Centering pass out in front. No one able to get a shot. Here's a shot coming. It's blocked by Hofer the other way. And it was Frank Nazar who got that shot. First shot of the game for Chicago. Now the Hawks come back the other way on the attack. Nazar with a centering pass out in front. Shot missed. Great save by Hofer. So now the Blackhawks have 2 shots on goal, and that will send us to a break. Now we get to measure how long these breaks are. 1-0 St. Louis in the first. 12:54, if I'm reading that correct, are in the first. What link am I using? ESPN Plus is what I'm using. It's a different link. Doggone it. Hold on, Victor. Hold on just a minute. Dagnabbit. I knew I forgot to do something. Now that I have a timeout, I can do this. Tonight's game is sponsored by Snowman's Road to Recovery and by Climb for Chris. Tell you all about Climb for Chris at the first intermission. What am I doing? This. I am working on a better system where I can invite people in to hang out with me. I will do a post-game show. If I get 10 super chats tonight, I will do a post-game show live, a post-game Q&A, and have you guys ask me whatever question you want. We have to get 10 super chats tonight. That's the goal. Yes, I'm using a different link, Victor, because I had to use the main one for the morning show. Victor, check your text messages. And while I'm checking this, I think we're coming up on 2 minutes of the commercial break. HF&H just dropped me a PayPal. Thank you. Thank you very much, my friend. 1-0 our score in favor of the St. Louis Blues. 12:04 left in the opening period of play. Blackhawks coming off of a win where they beat the Rangers 3-0. St. Louis coming off of a loss. They got drilled by Nashville 7-2. Let's meet our coaches. Jim Montgomery is the coach of the St. Louis Blues. ITB with a $20 super chat. I appreciate you very, very much. We're back to play. As the Hawks have it, centering pass out in front, but the Hawks are able to keep it. Here's a shot deflected by Hofer all the way to the near corner. Hawks trying to keep it in their own zone. They can't, and St. Louis out with it, and they're on the rush. They got 2-on-1 the other way. A pass going into the zone is covered up, and we have a stoppage of play for an icing. Jim Montgomery in his second season as the Blues head coach. He was the former coach of the Boston Bruins. Kenneth Clark is calling for an 8-2 win for the Chicago Blackhawks. Victor, you should have the link by now. Faceoff comes to the left of Hofer. This is St. Louis's fifth game in 7 days. They lead 1-0, 12:20 for the opening period. I'm about to say quarter, and I can't say quarter because they play 3 periods. It's just me remembering everything that I know about hockey as well and learning a lot as I go. Spencer Knight covers it behind the net. And now the Blackhawks coming back the other way defense. Now they shove it into the corner. Hofer able to deflect it. Blues able to cover. They have it on the near boards. Now here they come the other way, but the Blackhawks able to intercept it in the neutral zone. Back the other way is Levshinov. Levshinov gives it away, and now St. Louis with another possession. 3 shots for the Blackhawks, 2 for the Blues. One of them wound up in the net. Out in front, centering pass deflected away by Spencer Knight. Hey, this is fun. I'm going to have to do this more often. Blackhawks back the other way. Blues have it. And here they come. 11.5 remaining in the opening period play. And now the Blackhawks have it. 2-on-3. Centering pass out in front, deflected all the way to the other side. And the Blues able to make the Blackhawks retreat back into their zone to pick up the puck. 11:15 remaining in the opening period. Hofer able to cover for St. Louis. He sends it back out the other way. Blackhawks trying to keep it in their zone. They cannot. The Blues have it. They wrestle for it in the neutral zone, and the Blackhawks able to come up with it. That was Lafferty able to come up with a shot coming. Hofer makes a save. Blues trying to cover behind the net, and we get a whistle.
What's on the stop?
And the call is hooking against Conor Bedard for the Blackhawks. The Blues get the first power play of the night.
And now what you need if you're the Blackhawks.
No.
It's okay.
I forgot I set up a different. Why is there a cat behind me? I think Winnie's behind me. Winnie! Hold on a minute. Nope, that's Pumpkin.
That's Pumpkin.
Yep, that was Pumpkin. Power play for St. Louis. All our power plays tonight brought to you by Fanatics. Dvorsky has it now to Buchnevich. Buchnevich back to Dvorsky. Dvorsky has it now to Sundqvist. Sundqvist comes back out to Falk. Falk sends it into the corner. Thomas has it out front. Shot out front is saved by Spencer Knight. But the Blues able to keep it. 1:38 remaining on the power play. 10.5 for the period. Sundqvist on the left side. Sundqvist with the centering pass to Dvorsky. It's broken up out into the neutral zone. Falk has it this time. Falk starting the rush again. Leaves it for Thomas. Thomas on the attack. Into the zone. No icing. Thomas has it on the left boards. And the Hawks able to clear it and send it back the other way. 1:15 remains on the power play. We're halfway through period number 1. And I'm feeling good, folks. 1-0 St. Louis. We now have exactly 10 minutes remaining in period 1, and here come the Blues on the power play. With a minute to go on the power play. Shen is in the game now. Holloway has it this time. He skates all the way in on the left side. Holloway trying a centering pass. Nothing doing. They fight for it behind the net. It comes back out to Sundqvist, now to Fowler. Back to the right side for Neighbors. Neighbors out in front. Shen takes a shot. Saved by Spencer Knight. Shen gets it back all the way out to Neighbors. Neighbors has it. Now a centering pass back to Shen on the right wing. Shen sends it in front of the net. Blackhawks able to deflect it. It comes back out to Flower. 35 seconds left on the power play. They send it back into the net for Neighbors. Neighbors double team, gets it to Holloway. Holloway looking for help. Sends it behind to Neighbors. Neighbors has it out front to Shen. Shen on the left side. 25 seconds on the power play. Low to Neighbors. Neighbors tries to send him a pass. It's deflected away. Fowler has it back now to Butler. Oh, to Suter, I beg your pardon. 13 seconds on the power play. Blackhawks trying to kill another power play here. 10 seconds. Holloway has it out near the blue line. Schenn has it this time in front to Neighbors. Neighbors tries a centering pass. It's deflected. Schenn gets it back. Schenn takes a shot all the way into the far corner, and the Blackhawks are at full strength. Great job by the Blackhawks killing off this power play.
Yeah, that's one thing you need to do is you just don't make mistakes on that situation.
Bit of the night. 2 shots on the last power play for St. Louis, and now the Hawks are at full strength with 8:30 remaining in the opening period.
And that's a sigh of relief for the Blackhawks.
Take a big gulp of water at the end of the first period. Now they run ahead. Hawks entering pass out in front. Save made by Hofer. And St. Louis comes back the other way. 4 shots for St. Louis, 3 for Chicago. 8:15 remaining in the opening period. Here's a shot out front and a score. Luff with the goal for St. Louis, and they now lead 2-0.
Oh,
Matt Luff with the goal for St. Louis.
I think the Blues are mad about me playing NHL 94. I think the Blues are mad that I played NHL 94 back in the day. So they're coming back after the Hawks.
HF and H made a call here. We'll make it our one a parlay prop bet of the night. He says, I think he said a total 6 power plays tonight. We'll go with it. Make your bets at oneaparlay.com. Use the code Snowman. 6 total. I can see it with the way these two teams love to be fast. Matt Luff with his first goal since April 4th of 2023 with Detroit, and the Blues lead 2-0. I still have to answer the question of why I hate the St. Louis Blues, and I mean that playfully. And it was me being away in Missouri. Blackhawks trying to clear it back the other way. They don't, and this is why the Hawks are trailing. St. Louis has spent about 7.5 minutes in the Blackhawks zone tonight, and the Blackhawks have only spent 4 minutes in the Blues zone. We're down to 7:40 remaining in the first. 5 shots for St. Louis, 3 for the Blackhawks, but 2 of those 5 shots for St. Louis wound up in the back of the net.
Right.
Now they flip ahead into the far corner. St. Louis able to cover easily, and that's the other problem. There have been a couple of giveaways by the Chicago Blackhawks. Here's a shot on Hofer, and Hofer able to keep it and hold it, and St. Louis back the other way. We get an icing call and a stoppage play. 7:22 remaining in the opening period, and your score is the Blues 2 and the Blackhawks nothing. This is Blackhawks hockey on Snowman Sportsnet. And I thought volleyball was difficult to call. Yeesh.
You're holding on.
Oh, I'm good, man. I did my prep sheet, and now that I have a pattern, I know how to do it. So I got the lineups right here in front of me. I got the feed in front of me. What I can do is put this up here, and there's one big part that I need for my there's a couple. Let me say this. There's a few big parts that I need. A desk is included. A new chair is included. I got to get something on the bottom of this floor, and I may need one more ring light rather. So the goal is to get $250 in donations each and every game that I do. And a lot of people are going to ask, what are you going to do with these donations? You know, a lot of skeptical people. A lot of it's going to help my family. It's going to help me get a rental car so I can get back to doing Uber and get back to work, which is what a lot of people asked if I was going to do that. It's to help my family get groceries, and well, the bulk of it's to help my family, period. We already got one super chat, $20 from ITB, and HF&H slipped us a $50 PayPal donation, and I thank you for both of those things. But $250 is the goal tonight, either via GoFund, either with a combination of GoFundMe, PayPal, Cash App, and everything. So Matt Luff, the former King, gets a goal in the first period, and they now lead 2-0. Face-off comes to the left of Hofer. St. Louis able to get to it, and they shoot it ahead. No icing call. They fight forward to the right of Spencer Knight, and now the Blackhawks have it coming back the other way. They really got to get a shot. Bedard into the zone. Centering pass out front. Teravainen takes a shot. Hofer able to get to it. They have it in back into the net. Hofer able to get to it, but a whistle blows. Ah! They're right there, and they cannot put it in the net. Doggone it. Teemu Teravainen was the closest to get a shot, but Joel Hofer was right there to make the butterfly save and deflected. Teravainen trying to cover it up on Hofer, and the whistle blew to give Hofer a chance to breathe. So both teams will make changes. Under 7 minutes to go in the opening period. I haven't done a hockey game since I was home in Chicago. And it was a Catholic League game, as a matter of fact. Face off to the right of Hofer, and the Blackhawks able to keep it in the zone. Long shot coming, deflected all the way to the other side, and St. Louis was able to come out with it, and here they come the other way. Now the Blackhawks able to get to it. They come back the other way into the net, or into the zone, rather. Conor Bedard able to get to it, but there are two Blues right there. Now the Blackhawks have it in play. Shot coming. Save made by Hofer. Butterfly save coming back the other way. St. Louis able to dig it out. And here they come past center ice. Now the Blackhawks able to cover. Whew. Did that to just take a breath. 6:20 remaining in the opening period. 2-0 St. Louis. And that one is shot out of play. Saturday, Anaheim at New Jersey. That's at 12:30. Oilers Penguins at 7:30. That's on Tuesday. Also Tuesday, Colorado, Seattle. That's at 10 o'clock. And on Thursday, Philadelphia and Buffalo. Center Ice will have this face-off, and it's won by the Blues, just like it was at the start of the game. Blues have 5 shots, Blackhawks have 4, and we get a whistle for icing. Well, I know one thing I'm going to do is bring another tablet in here so I can have that for my stats and really, really follow along well. You missed all the fun with the picks this morning, man.
I know.
Deb came in late and everything. 6:09 for the open period. Hawks on the attack, but the Blues would poke it away. And here, Conor Bedard with a pass out to the left. Teravainen unable to get to it. And back to get it for St. Louis's Logan Malou, who scored the first goal of the game. Under 6 minutes to go in the opening period. Now they shoot it into the Blackhawks zone. And the Hawks able to get to it. Don't give it away, fellas. They didn't. Yeah. And now they send it up. They send it up the ice into the Blue zone, into the far corner.
That's the biggest
Cam
problem.
Fowler able to cover it. And an
so many empty
trips.
Called.
That's the thing.
So many
There's
empty
going to
trips.
be a lot of empty trips.
And the Hawks can't have that. They're already down 2-0.
Three times in the first period, and the puck gets frosted. Yes, sir. Especially with these two. 5:30 remaining in the opening period. 2-0 St. Louis. Blackhawks have to get a turnover and get it out of the zone. That's what they're trying to do here. Alex Vlasic at the controls for the Blackhawks, trying to get it into the neutral zone at the very least, and he does. Teemu Teravainen unable to bring it back the other way. Now St. Louis has it left to right. Teravainen picked it off. Vlasic gets to it, and the Blackhawks able to come up with it. They have control if they get it off the boards, and they do, into the neutral zone. Now they send it back the other way to Vlasic. Vlasic comes back ahead. Shot into the Blue zone. Under 5 minutes to go in the first. Hofer makes a play on it. Comes back outside. And the Blues able to get to it. And they rush up ice. On the run is Robert Thomas. Thomas centers it back the other way. Gathered in by Justin Falk. Justin Falk sends it out in front. Spencer Knight with a save. Knocks it back the other way. And the Blackhawks have it. And they clear it out towards center ice. And they send it back in the other way so both teams can get a change. 4.5 remaining in the opening period. Justin Falk at the controls for St. Louis, and here they come. Falk with a pass into the Blackhawks zone all the way to the other side. Conor Bedard able to get to it in front of Spencer Knight. And they come back the other way. Hey, folks, if you like the way that old Snowman's calling hockey for the first time in a while, there's going to be more. Here's a shot, and he scores! And as I say that, Walt Kaiser happened.
Sound the horn.
Indeed, son. I'll have to get the horn. Thank you, Victor.
Sound the horn and play the Chelsea dagger.
2-1 our score in period 1. It's Kaiser with the goal for the Blackhawks. He controlled it and rifled it right past Hofer. Woo! So it's 2-1. That goal comes at 15:50. Second goal this year for Wyatt Kaiser.
And the one thing that Hawks could
Fifth
not
shot
do
for
is
the
go
Blackhawks,
scoreless.
and it goes in.
The Hawks could not go scoreless in this
I'm
first
glad they're
period.
not going to go scoreless in this period. St. Louis has it on the attack. Justin Falk behind the net. Now leaves it for one of his teammates. Out in front, shot coming by Malou. He missed it wide, and the Blackhawks able to come up with it. They send it back into the neutral zone. 3:39 left in the opening period. Spencer Knight behind the net. Shovels it back the other way, and we get a whistle. A broken stick is what we have. And now we got to fight. Connor Dock and Ryan Malou. And Doc lands a couple of great shots. So my first hockey game features a fight. Doc and Malou going at it. Now Malou has a hold of Doc's jersey.
Uh-oh.
And he takes him down. Doc takes down Malou. And now Doc lets him up.
You mean tell me your first call back in 14 years,
I get a fight.
Features a fight.
A fight, yes. And I know why. Connor Dock went to lay a shot on Malou as he was trying to get the puck. Malou didn't like it, so they shoved each other, and then they said, screw it, and dropped the gloves. Referee comes and takes the sticks out of the way. We'll sort it all out with 3:33 left in the opening period. We're going to take a break here. 3:33 for the opening period. Blues 2, Blackhawks 1. Blackhawk hockey continues after this. Hey, Chicago, it's time to climb. Excitement is in the air as we come together for something extraordinary. The Climb for Chris fundraising event, a celebration of strength, community, and unwavering hope. One of our own, Brother Rice class of 2009, a leader, a coach, a friend, a father, Chris Hilliard has spent his life lifting others up, guiding young athletes, inspiring students, and taking every chance to explore the world with his wife Lauren and their 1-year-old son. But in September of 2024, everything changed. Chris was diagnosed with a rare aggressive brain tumor. Since then, he's been in constant, grueling treatment, traveling out of state almost every other week, from last-minute flights to long hotel stays to meals and rental cars. The bills add up fast. Chris is now a part of an international clinical trial, a treatment path that gives real hope. But staying in the fight means staying in the program, and staying in the program means more travel, more time away, and more mounting expenses. So now it's our turn to show up for him. Join us at Climb for Chris, featuring live music from Maggie Speaks, great food, drinks, raffles, and a community ready to stand tall. Every dollar raised goes toward Chris's medical and travel costs so he can focus on healing, not bills. Every $10 makes a difference. And if you can't give today, sharing the page helps more than you know. Chris is always the one who shows up when it matters. Now we climb for him. Be a part of the miracle. Be a part of the movement. Join us, support, pray, and share. Together,
Unmute.
And the Blackhawks are able to clear it. I am unmuted, I think.
You're muted now.
Under 3 minutes to go, opening period. No, I'm not.
You're not? I can hear you.
Am I? No, I'm not. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay, technical difficulties. Back to the other side come the Blues, but the Blackhawks have it, and they'll clear it to center ice and beyond as they have it into the blue zone.
And unfortunately, the center
Here's our first question of the night.
What's the first question?
First question of the night. Who would you love to see from your favorite hockey team get into an all-out fight?
Oh, man.
I've seen it. I've seen a few of them. Dennis Savard, Patrick Kane, right? Duncan Keith. So now the Blues have it. 2 minutes for the opening period. Blackhawks poke it away, back the other way, right to left, but the Blues able to cover with Justin Falk.
Did Eddie get into some fights?
Eddie the Eagle? Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Eddie, you got into many fights with St. Louis. Here's a shot out front, deflected away by Spencer Knight. Back the other way come the Blackhawks, but the Blues able to control it at center ice. Now the Blackhawks have it, send it back into their zone. Blackhawks only have 5 shots on the night so far, which tells me the last 2 periods they're going to pepper Joel Hofer. We're down to the last 80 seconds of period 1. St. Louis 2, Blackhawks 1. And now the Blackhawks have it the other way. Speed coming the other way. Here's a shot save made by Hofer. Out in front. Deflected out in front. They were unable to get to it. St. Louis able to cover. Now the Hawks keep it in their zone, but it's deflected. And it comes back out the other way as we're inside of the Wanna Parlay final minute. That was close. We nearly had a tie game.
Yep.
Very close shave. 50 seconds opening period. 2-1 St. Louis. Now they fight for it in the near corner to the left of Spencer Knight. Blues able to come out with it. That shot's deflected. Another shot, save made by Spencer Knight as a couple of Blues took a tumble. 42.2 left in the opening period. St. Louis 2, Blackhawks 1. Just getting started here. And you're getting the full NHL experience in this game. We can leave the shootouts alone, hopefully. I hope so, man. I hope so. Couple great saves by Spencer Knight. Now they have it out in front. A long shot. It deflects up into the crowd. Let's see if we can get up to 2,200 subscribers this weekend. Because I got this tonight. I got Army Navy tomorrow. And then we got a triple vision on Sunday. Why do I call it a triple vision? Because we only got one game at 1 o'clock, and it's the Bills and the Patriots for the AFC East Championship. 25 seconds left in the opening period. And why do I call it the AFC East Championship? Because if the Patriots win, they'll clinch it. If not, they'll have to wait. 15 seconds left opening period. Here's a shot out front, deflected all the way to the corner. Hawks able to come up with it. Jason Dickinson gets a stick on it, sends it back the other way. 7 seconds, 6, now 5, all the way into the blue zone, centering pass out front. There won't be another shot, and that's the period. St. Louis gets the first 2 of the ball game, but the Blackhawks fight back, and they get 1. And we got a long ways to go. HF&H says beat Army. We're all picking Navy. We all pick Navy morning. Let's take a timeout. We're at the end of first, finish time. I'm going to take an extended break. Your score, Blackhawks trail the Blues 2-1 at the end of 1. We're back after this. Hey, Chicago, it's time to climb. Excitement is in the air as we come together for something extraordinary. The Climb for Chris fundraising event, a celebration of strength, community, and unwavering hope. One of our own, Brother Rice class of 2009, A leader, a coach, a friend, a father, Chris Hilliard has spent his life lifting others up, guiding young athletes, inspiring students, and taking every chance to explore the world with his wife Lauren and their 1-year-old son. But in September of 2024, everything changed. Chris was diagnosed with a rare aggressive brain tumor. Since then, he's been in constant, grueling treatment, traveling out of state almost every other week, from last-minute flights to long hotel stays to meals and rental cars. The bills add up fast. Chris is now a part of an international clinical trial, a treatment path that gives real hope. But staying in the fight means staying in the program. And staying in the program means more travel, more time away, and more mounting expenses. So now it's our turn to show up for him. Join us at Climb for Chris, featuring live music from Maggie Speaks, great food, drinks, raffles, and a community ready to stand tall. Every dollar raised goes toward Chris's medical and travel costs so he can focus on healing, not bills. Every $10 makes a difference. And if you can't give today, sharing the page helps more than you know. Chris is always the one who shows up when it matters. Now we climb for him. Be a part of the miracle. Be a part of the movement. Join us, support, pray, and share. Together, we climb. Learn more and contribute today at Climb for Chris by visiting climbforchris.com. I'm busy sending the link to a whole bunch of people. 2-1 our score at the end of the first period. A lot, and I got the full experience in the first 20 minutes. I had goals called, I had saves called, and I got a fight.
And a fight.
And what's up? Hey, Pizzle, what's going on, Pizzle? And you know what my wife says about
play
hockey?
with puck and beating the garbage out of somebody.
Mm-hmm. My wife says
Fins
hockey
up,
is an excuse for
bear.
people to fight. Fins
Yeah.
up, Pizzle. Pizzle here checking on in. Appreciate you, Pizzle. We are trying to make a goal of $250 in donations tonight. That'll go toward me helping my family so I can get back to work, finish building the studio and everything. And all of the links are down below in the scroll. Check them all out. Now I'm going to take an extended breather because it's my first period in a long time. And what was the last game you went to, Victor? Last hockey game you went to?
Oh, that's the thing. I've never been to a hockey game.
Get out of here.
Never been to hockey.
You've
I've
never
been
to a
to
hockey game? Wow.
I've been to 6 Bulls games. I've been to 3 Bears games. Been to a White Sox game.
Of course.
But I've never been to a hockey game at all.
Yeah, I've been to a bunch of Blackhawks games.
Oh yeah,
including 2015 when we won it.
When we
won the cup at home.
Yep, a cup winner. That I remember.
I will just say it got me out of one hell of a situation.
Heck, I've been to 2 concerts before I've been to a Hawks game. And I want to go to a hockey game, whether it's
by proxy.
Mm-hmm. But either
whether it's the Wolves or the Blackhawks.
Yep, Wolves or Blackhawks. I would love to go to a hockey game.
I can't tell you how many hockey games I've called over the years. It's a lot of them.
Man.
No matter what level, I've done it at Johnny's Ice. I was at Johnny's Ice House for 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. 5 years. 5 years. Wow. I did youth hockey for 5 years. And they had the turkey tournament.
The turkey tournament.
And the turkey tournament was something else, no matter what level. The turkey tournament was crazy. And the turkey tournament in 2002 is where old Snowman wound up suffering a concussion.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
Here's what happened. The Saturday after Thanksgiving, I went in early to do my full day of the turkey tournament.
Mm-hmm.
I want more of Cole Sillinger fighting. There you go. There you go, Horowitz. I like it.
I would say this fight with technology.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to. I'm gonna have to find a way to fix this setup on the on the vertical side so people can see me. I am probably gonna mess with it tonight too. I'm gonna mess with it tonight.
The technical difficulty war didn't just hit us.
Really?
It hit, of all people, our EP of all EPs. I'm bearing down the
It
gridiron.
hit Cole?
It hit Cole.
How did it hit him?
I got a chance to watch. And Cole was like, see, I told you. Technical difficulty was going after me. I was like, I can't believe they would do like, because they were going, I'm like, man. Playmaker was laughing to us.
I can't believe that.
I had Cole fighting with technology. I was like, what? That. How dare you, technology, gonna sit there and go after our EP of all EPs? Shame on you.
Mm-hmm. Cole fighting with technology. I know, man. I know. Golly. I thought I was the only one that dealt with technical difficulties.
Oh no.
Huh. Wrong.
No.
Wrong. And then on the show today, I think you heard me saying Kirk Cousins did it to me again against Tampa Bay.
Yep.
I hate you, Kirk Cousins.
Kirk 2 Chainz Cousins comes away with another win
against Tampa Bay. He did it in Atlanta last year when he threw for 500 yards. And then he does it this year in Tampa.
The last thing I said last night was, dear Tampa Bay, you suck.
The first thing I said was, dear Tampa Bay, you have one job. The last thing I said, I cannot say on the air. I can't. I won't either. Ay. I can't believe it. I can't believe that. Well, I can't believe this either. The Bulls trailed 89-77 against Charlotte of all teams. They have now come all the way back and they have the lead 102-99.
Oh, there you go.
They now have the lead. All right, you've seen the college football playoff bracket. Playoffs.
Oh, God. I'm going to say this right now. Since we're going on that topic, I don't think Notre Dame knows how bad this looks.
Dear Notre Dame,
you are complaining and crying about how you're left out of the CFP. So you say we're not going to play a bowl game.
Man, just go play the ball game, eat some Pop-Tarts, take the payout, and go.
I'm like this.
My goodness.
Listen. Show the committee why you deserve to be in the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. Do what Georgia did.
Because the reason why you're not there now is because you took a massive L against Miami. That's all it is. You took a L against Miami.
And Texas A&M.
And A&M. And honestly, I don't think you should have taken that L to Miami, but you didn't come to play. Oh, the bleep well. Get out there, play your bowl game.
Fell asleep.
Play your bowl game and move on.
They fell asleep.
But no,
they should have fell asleep.
You want to sit there, fold your arms, and pout.
Hey, I
We
powdered
don't,
quite a few times, but I still went and played.
we don't get to play in the CFP, so we're not gonna be in the bowl game. That's childish behavior.
The heck with that. A chance to play in the postseason bowl game. I don't care if it's before New Year's. I'll take it,
I'll take it too.
and I'll have it fade right into my winter break. The heck with what y'all are talking about.
And what if you do really well at that bowl game and that helps you in your prospects going into the NFL?
They were invited to the Pop Tarts Bowl, which is a fun bowl for me. It's a fun bowl for me to watch because there's a big fat ass Pop Tart
I'm
waiting.
I'm a man. I was just in the saying Pop Tart. See,
I'll,
I'll be
di-
see
I'll dive in. I will dive in a minute.
my behind be saying like, "Where's the frosting?"
Mm-hmm. Frosting. I want frosting.
Speaking of which,
Yes, sir.
what's your favorite flavor of Pop Tart?
I can't say it on the air
Oh no.
because it's one that I created.
Oh,
Well, all right. Here's the story. I may as well tell the stories of my misspent youth. I got drunk one night.
oh no. I mean, haven't we all? So
I got drunk one night, and all I had in the apartment were Pop Tarts. So
Okay.
I had two kinds of Pop Tarts. One that was all chocolate, and one that was raspberry. And I still didn't know what the heck I was doing because, as I said the previous night, I got drunk. So I glued them together with frosting.
I'm sorry, you glued them together?
With frosting. I had a tub of chocolate frosting. I put one on top of the other, and I glued them together. I glued them together, and then I froze it.
That's a Sandy Angie at the same time, man.
Say what?
That's insanity and genius at the same time.
Look,
Like, that's
I'm
crazy.
trying to find I'm trying to find a hangover, okay?
That's crazy, but also ingenious.
I was in my apartment in Gary. I
Uh
had a
huh.
friend buy me some groceries,
Right.
including two boxes of Pop Tarts.
Right.
The night before, I'm watching the NBA,
Oh boy.
and I got like, okay, I had a bunch of chicken. I had a couple burgers, and then I had rum shada, and I had Kahlua, and I had some beer. Those shot glasses you were looking for?
I know what they are.
Yeah, I broke them. I broke them,
Good thing I got two more.
and I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. I wanted to go out. Harwood says that's good and terrible. Thank you for that. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Oh, and I never told everybody why I hate the St. Louis Blues. And I mean this playfully. Okay. I went away to Northeast Missouri State in 1990, right? I'm the only person and it was hockey everywhere in all the dorms. I was surrounded
Yep.
by Blues fans. I'm the only Blackhawk fan on my floor. So I said,
Oh,
screw
you're
it.
outnumbered.
I was outnumbered bad. I was outnumbered bad. So I said,
Numbered and
screw
surrounded.
it. So I said, screw it. I'm going to decorate everything Chicago I can think of, save the Bears. I'm going to decorate my room with it. I had the Bulls, I had the White Sox, and especially had the Blackhawks. Okay, especially Bulls and Blackhawks. Man, that was one of Brett Hall's record-breaking scoring years, too. The 1990-91 season. And I was tracking Brett Hall and what he was doing.
Brett Hall.
I miss Brett Hall, too. I was tracking Brett Hall and what he was doing. And every time they scored a goal, they gave me mess. Every time the Blackhawks won, I gave it back to him.
That's the camaraderie of sports fandom.
Yep. We had.
Give me crap.
I tell you
give
what,
you crap. We both enjoyed the game.
I was surrounded by Blues fans, but we had so much fun giving each other mess that year. We had so much fun giving each other mess that year. Y'all don't understand. Yeah, I'm 18 years old. I'm away at college, and I just met a whole bunch of people that love hockey and love sports, and they were giving me mess about my teams. I was giving it back to them. Outnumbered or not, keep it. Absolutely. That's what we did. I was outnumbered, and I was a Blackhawk fan. I've been a Blackhawk fan since 85, since I got introduced to Doug Wilson and Dennis Savard, Murray Bannerman, later Eddie the Eagle Belfour. I was a Blackhawks fan. My first favorite team was the Edmonton Oilers. All
the way up north.
Yep. Why Wayne Gretzky?
Best reason. Best reason.
Yep. Why was I an Edmonton Oilers fan? Wayne Gretzky. You want another reason? Mark Messier. You want a reason after that? The first great goalie I ever watched, Grant Fuhrer. And then 2 years later, I was introduced to Patrick Waugh. I was and I heard everybody saying on television, Patrick Waugh. I'm like, Patrick what? And I read his name, didn't realize it was French. Silly me.
I'm gonna say this. I would say this: the man has the most mispronounced name in the world. I had his card.
Lord knows I mispronounced it. Lord knows I mispronounced it. All right, we're getting ready to go to the second period. Teams have switched sides. Got the thumbs up from the bench. And the Blackhawks go left to right, Blues right to left. Face off won by the Blues, and off we go into period number 2. St. Louis 2, Chicago 1. And immediately the Blues force it into the Blackhawks zone. 11 shots for St. Louis, 6 for Chicago. 21 shot attempts, 11 for the Blackhawks. And the Blackhawks are giving it away again. 8 scoring chances for the Blues, only 1 for the Blackhawks, but they made it count. Here's a long shot out front, deflected and saved by Joel Hofer. Kaiser, who scored the lone Blackhawks goal, makes the save that time. Not Jaromir Jagr. I wasn't introduced to Jaromir Jagr until 86. That's when I learned about Jagr and Super Mario and Tom Barrasso and the Pittsburgh Penguins. And the Penguins used to make me mad. I'd say it another way, but I'm on the air. The Penguins used to make me mad all the time because they were always around. It's like how a lot of people feel about the San Francisco 49ers. Here we go. Blackhawks have it in play out in front. Joel Hofer makes a save. Now a shot out front, deflected by Hofer all the way out to the left corner. And now they deflect around into the far corner. Blackhawks trying to keep it. They do. They have it in the neutral zone. Blues this year are 4-3-4 when leading after the first period. Hofer has it behind the net. Conor Bedard waiting out front. Can't get it to him. Now they're trying to center it around the other way. It's deflected and back into the Blackhawks zone. Now they have it off the boards, and the Blackhawks have it with Ryan Green. Chicago's still favored in this game. It's 2-1 so far in the second period. Blackhawks have to they got to make some scoring chances, man.
They do.
But they only trail by 1.
They need to make some scoring chances. They got to be more aggressive.
They have to be more aggressive. You got to shoot the puck, please. Jagr gets mispronounced all the time. I know it. I did it the first time I learned his name.
No,
I said Jagger, and I'm in school, and I said Jogger.
Well, I see. No, I would have.
I actually said Jagger because I heard someone say Mick Jagger.
Yep. Well, I was knowing me. I would
Blackhawks trying to end their playoff drought. Yeah, that too. Blackhawks have missed the playoffs in 5 straight seasons. They're trying to put an end to that, and I hope they do this year. Whistle blows, and St. Louis takes care of the puck.
It's been a really tough road for the Hawks. They're like in pretty much complete rebuild mode.
Yeah, they're in a division that has everybody.
That too.
St. Louis, Colorado, Winnipeg, and Winnipeg is Winnipeg. But I really hope the Blackhawks get to the playoffs this year. If they get in as the 8th seed, I'll be happy. Face off to the left of Spencer Knight, and the Hawks are ready, and the Hawks win it. But St. Louis able to control it and send it back into the Hawks zone.
Funniest thing about Winnipeg is a quote from Chris Jericho. Because he's wrestling, and someone just yells, "Go back to Montreal!" Now, where is Chris Jericho from?
Winnipeg.
So, of course, he just yells, "I'm a Winnipeg,
Manitoba."
Yep, Winnipeg, Manitoba is the funniest Chris Jericho moment I think I've ever seen.
I love Chris Jericho.
I do too.
As crazy as he was, Hawks have it on the odd rush, 2-on-1 the other way, centering pass out in front, shot deflected all the way to the far corner, and the Blackhawks keep it in play in their own zone. Now here's another shot turned aside by Joel Hofer, and the Blues have it coming back the other way. 16:55 remaining in the second period. St. Louis 2, Blackhawks 1. I want the Blackhawks to get the equalizer so bad.
I do too. And
I do have the horn ready.
Okay.
Well, Pizzle gives Victor a salute. Vicala.
Hey, Pizzle.
And Cole got all that started with the Vicala. Doggone
Yes, he did.
Now it's into the Blues zone, and the Blues are able to cover. And here they come, trying to come out back the other way. Now the Hawks are putting some pressure on him. They fight for it in the far corner to the right of Hofer. Conor Bedard trying to get to it, along with Ryan Green. Bedard able to get it out, and the Hawks have it. Bedard has it on the left wing. Bedard out front here. Here it comes. Saved by Hofer. Dagnabbit. Grelchik with the shot that time.
So close.
And now the Hawks have it. Centering pass out in front. No one was there. Oh, the Hawks had a turnover, and they turned it back over into the blue zone. Centering pass was out in front. No one was there.
They had a cookie right there.
They had a cookie, and they couldn't take advantage of it. Conor Bedard has 43 points this season, tied for 4th in the NHL. Now the Blues have it on the attack in the Blackhawks zone. Centering pass out in front, deflected. Back out front, shot coming. Save made by Spencer Knight, and the Blackhawks come back the other way. And now an injured Blue is save made by Hofer. And the injured Blue is Jake Neighbors, who limped off the ice. Well, he didn't limp off the ice, but he skated with he was holding his side. But he is off the ice. Side.
That always scares me is when someone's favoring their side, because you never know someone like cracked a rib or something.
Yeah, Neighbors was limping coming off the ice, and he was holding his left side. We get back to work with a face-off to the right of Spencer Knight. Blues able to clear it. Now they try to get back into the Hawks zone. That pass was deflected in the Hawks zone, but the Hawks able to get it, and they come out to center ice. Now they have it all the way to the right. Blues have it in front to the left of Spencer Knight, and they're trying to get organized. We play 5 minutes into the second period. They fight for it in the far corner, and the Hawks come out with it, but they turn it over at center ice. But now the Hawks trying to poke it back into the blue zone, unable to do so. 14:40 remaining in the second period. Now they send it back the other way, all the way into the blue zone. Covered up and coming back the other way is Cam Fowler. Fowler with a with a pass ahead to Parayko. Parayko skates from behind the net. That pass is out front deflected. Hawks able to come up with it, and back they come the other way. Long down ice pass is gathered in. The Hawks have it, but the Blues are able to cover. We played almost 6 minutes into the second period. And Logan Malou able to save it, and we get a whistle. Yeah, one thing I'm gonna have to do to improve this is I miss all the calls.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna have my other tablet in here to have the calls going. Folks, if someone can drop me a Cash App, there's one important part that I need to really get this thing going while I am waiting for desk and chair and desktop to come in. Now they have it into the Blackhawks zone. Spencer Knight shovels it around to the far side. Hawks trying to pick at it. Don't pick at it. Shoot it the other way. Now Spencer Knight covers again with a backhand shot out to the left side. As we look at it, 13:40 remaining in the second period. Now they come back the other way, out in front. Now the Blues able to get it in. Shot coming. Save made by Spencer Knight.
Excuse me.
12th shot of the night for St. Louis. Spencer Knight with 10 saves on the evening. And that'll send us to a timeout. Got 13:21 remaining in the second period. Blues 2, Blackhawks 1. Phew.
Yeah. Already.
With this.
Good.
I kept pronouncing like Jaeger when I first saw it. Jaeger. I thought it was Jaeger too.
I thought it was
Jaeger. And
I would have kept saying Jaeger.
Well, somebody finally got it right and said, Snowman, it's Jaeger. What? It's Jaeger.
Like Jaeger?
I couldn't mispronounce Lemieux.
No.
I ran into a Penguins fan while I was in high school. I couldn't mispronounce Lemieux.
No, Lemieux was, and also Lemieux is so popular of a name in hockey. Like he was such a popular player. Everyone knew who Lemieux was.
Another name when I started playing the game, Super Mario.
Mm-hmm.
I started calling him Super Mario. Shut up.
What?
To give me issues. Why? I couldn't stop playing it.
That's all of us.
I could not stop playing it for the life of me.
That's all of us, though.
Why am I hearing Culture Club in my wife's office?
I don't know.
Just watching television. Okay. 13:21 left in the second period. And Kelly Chase, Blues forward, is being presented with a jersey. Now we're back to play. Hawks have it, trying to poke away into the other zone, but the Blues have it instead, all the way around, and the Hawks able to get back to it. They did a feature with John Wiedeman on calling hockey games.
Mm-hmm.
You got to keep your head on the swivel. Here's a shot. Save made by Spencer Knight.
Oof.
Glove save made by Spencer Knight. And as Victor has asked me to do to pay off the Hawks goal.
There you go. There you go.
I'll play if they score again, I'll play the whole thing.
Gotcha.
Arnold Kelly Chase, he played 8 seasons with St. Louis.
Wow.
And he played back in the played back in the 90s when hockey was at its peak.
Yeah.
In the 90s with all the players that they had in, including Ed Belfour. Now they have it in play. The Blackhawks able to get to it and shoot it down the ice. A couple of Blues players fall down. Conor Bedard on the right wing. They get to him. Shot taken. Save made by Hofer. Now they come back the other way. Here's a shot deflected by Spencer Knight to the near side. Blues keep it in the Blackhawk zone. They circle it around to the far corner. Here's another shot. It doesn't get to the net. They're getting closer. They come behind the net. Hawks able to deflect it. They poke forward out in front. Hawks able to get to it. They get back to it, and it's deflected off the far boards. I'm learning the terms, folks. I don't like these digital walls that they have, but I understand why they're doing it.
Yeah.
And now I'm starting to learn the knowledge of how they did it. I'm starting to learn the technology on how they did it. I just wonder if it's going to get to football. You know what? It already has.
Yeah,
it's got to the CFL. It adds on instead of digging up the grass, they put ads on the field and they do it digitally.
Yeah.
11:30 remaining in period 2. St. Louis 2, Blackhawks 1. Now they send it all the way around the boards and a whistle blows. And face-off will come in the Blackhawks zone. HF&H with our first donation of the night. Thank you very much, my friend. That came via PayPal, and we got one via Cash App. Let's see if we can get a couple more. Let's see if we can get a couple of super chats as well as we keep going. Face off to the right of Knight. Blackhawks able to get it, and they come back the other way. Hey, Horowitz, how am I doing, man? I want to hear from H. H, how am I doing so far? They fight for it in the near corner. St. Louis able to clear it. And now they have it on their offense in the Blackhawk zone. Shot coming, deflected. They have it out in front, and they score again.
Wow.
And they regain the 2 goal, and they regain the 2-goal lead. Justin Falk. Yep, 2-goal advantage. Justin Falk with his goal coming at 8:57 of period 2. Wow. He says, I got no complaints. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you very much. And this is what the Blackhawks seem to do. They kept peppering, and Falk able to wait and deflected it off of Spencer Knight into the net.
That's the problem, because that's what happens when you keep letting the puck stay in your zone. Your goalie doesn't have enough time to reset after each save. It takes a lot of energy and determination for just one save.
And the Blackhawks have let the Blues in their zone most of the night. 7th goal of the year for Justin Falk, his first since November 20th. That comes at 8:57 of period 2, and St. Louis regains the 2-goal lead. And again, they have it in the Blackhawk zone, but Spencer Knight able to cover it up. Jim Montgomery, former Boston Bruins coach, minding the bench for St. Louis in his second season. Hawks celebrating their 100th season of hockey. Now I'm celebrating my 40th year of watching and my first of calling hockey in a long time. Face off to the left of Spencer Knight. St. Louis has it. Shot coming. Deflected by Knight. They have it out in front. Shot is deflected up into the crowd. So Justin Falk, with his 7th goal of the year, makes it score 3-1 in favor of the St. Louis Blues. That goal comes at 8:57 of period 2. We have 10:40 remaining in period 2. And the Hawks trail by 2 once again. Get a sip of water. Face off to the left of Spencer Knight. Now, Oscar Sundqvist will not take the face-off shot, and the Blackhawks able to get to it. They got to get some shots on goal, man. They got to get some real shots on goal. And to do that, you got to get it into the zone and you got to attack it. They got it in the zone now, but St. Louis able to cover it up again. And St. Louis clears it to center ice, but the Hawks get it back in the zone again with Bedard. Here's a shot coming, deflected, save made by Hofer. And here's the problem. I see it with the NBA also. It's one and done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's one and done, and the Blackhawks do not get a second shot at it. They're unable to follow up their shot, and they haven't followed up their shot all night.
That's been their problem, is that they haven't been able to really get any second or third chance shots.
Now they send it all the way down. Icing called. Dag nabbit. Well, as long as folks don't have any complaints about how I am handling and doing this game, I can only go to get better with the names. I'm going to learn them as I go along. Face off to the left of Spencer Knight. And the Blues able to control it. They send it to the near. They send it in at the boards. Hawks able to poke it away for a moment. Blues cover. Now the Blackhawks get it back. Swing it around to the other side. Blues able to keep it in their zone. But now the Blackhawks have it, and they got to rush. Up ahead, they send it into the Blue zone, and the Blackhawks will make a change. 9:20 for the second period. 3-1 St. Louis. St. Louis coming off of a 7-2 loss Wednesday night in Nashville. Blackhawks pitched the shutout against the Rangers 3-0. Now the Hawks trying to make it 2 in a row tonight, but they trail by 2 goals. Alex Vlasic at the controls. Sends it ahead to Sam Lafferty. Lafferty sends it into the St. Louis zone, and we got a stoppage. So, yeah, the first period, I got the entire experience. I got goals, and I got a fight.
I remember
9:02 left in the second period. Blues 3, Blackhawks 1.
The Wolves used to do countdowns like that, or like they would have like the top 10 fights or top 10 goals.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Road to the Winter Classic is the Rangers and Panthers. What?
Is it really?
I believe it is. Who picked this?
I don't know.
Oh, well.
I'm about to look that up.
Yeah, please confirm that for me. I don't want to give incorrect information.
I'm about to look that up.
Fernando Mendoza, quarterback for the Indiana Hoosiers, wins the Maxwell and Davey O'Brien Awards ahead of the potential Heisman win. So he picked up 2 big awards tonight.
You are correct. Second day of January for 2026. Day 2 of 2026 will feature the Florida Panthers and the New York Rangers.
I'm sorry, Wise.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Wise.
Of course, I mean that playfully. Ready to get back to work. Face off will, I believe, come at center ice. Blues Lamborghini being raffled off to support cancer research. I love it. Anytime we can get some money in for research to beat cancer, I love it.
I agree.
That's one thing. That's one thing I want to do when I do Snowman Stadium Tour. I want to see all the stadiums. I want to talk to everybody that has dealt with or is dealing with cancer and raise as much money as I can to help cancer research. I want to do it the way Tom Grossi did it. Blues having them play in the Blackhawks zone, or in their own zone, I beg your pardon. Now they have it in the Blackhawks zone. It's chipped away by McKaykev, I beg your pardon. And now the Blackhawks have it in the blue zone. Now let's see if they can attack. Centering guys deflected away, and that answers that question. But the Hawks able to get back to it. Now put some shots on the net, fellas.
Please.
Hawks have it. Centering pass for Bedard is deflected, but they keep it in the zone. Now they send it back the other way. The Hawks able to set up. Hawks have not had a power play tonight. But Kekev sends it all the way in, sends it into the corner, centering pass deflected. Now they have it out front. Bedard trying to get to it in the corner. St. Louis able to cover it up, and they'll get it back out and send it the other way. Under 8 minutes to go in period 2. Napoleon Johnamite is with us. Speaking of cancer, check the group Discord. I may be. Oh, no.
What?
Oh, no. Hold on a minute. Let me see what Napoleon is talking about. St. Louis has to come in the other way. I mean, Dr. No!
Hold on.
Oh, man.
Hold on.
Napoleon, do I have permission to say this? All right, if he yells at me, he yells at me. But Napoleon says, I may need a couple days to myself. Doctors found cancer on a lymph node in my dad's lung, all while he's been dealing with the tumor, lesions, and fractures in his spine that he's been waiting to get surgery on while finding out the type of cancer. I'll still be around for the Uma Musume watch along, Jen. Zero and I will do Tuesday, but outside of that, I need time. Keep my family in your thoughts and prayers at this time. I shared this message in Jen's Discord server a bit ago, but sharing here. We got you.
Dude, take all the time.
We got you, Napoleon.
We got you here.
Yes. Take all the thank you, Napoleon, for the permission. Take all the time you need, man.
We got you here. All the time you need.
Yeah. Yeah, we got you here, man. Take all the time you need. There haven't been many penalties tonight either.
No.
This broadcast is for Napoleon and for Napoleon's dad. With everything that's going on with him, I hope he beats everything coming his way.
Indeed.
And I mean every word of that. I mean every word of that. 6-6. We're down to 6:16 remaining in period 2. 3-1. St. Louis with the lead. Face off to the left of Hofer, and St. Louis able to clear it as they've done all night long.
That's the thing, is that it's always been one and done.
They have done this all night long.
They have picked.
Now they have it in the Blackhawks zone on the attack. Shot out in front, deflected. Conor Bedard trying to come back the other way. Centering pass deflected. St. Louis able to get it back into the Chicago zone. 5:45 left in the second period. Now it comes all the way down behind the net. And St. Louis able to get to it. And now they'll start the attack the other way, right to left. Brookins flying in, dumps a pass out to the left for Jake Neighbors, who's back on the ice. That's good to see. And now icing is called. Luff, who has scored one of the goals tonight for St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
5:15 left in period 2. 3-1, St. Louis the lead. Conor Bedard will take the draw against Dalibor Dvorsky for St. Louis.
They got to really push up
right
in the zone. They got to push up in the zone quick.
It'll be to the right of Spencer Knight. They have to. St. Louis is getting all the chances, and the Blackhawks aren't creating any chances, and they're playing timid.
No. Yeah, they are.
They are playing timid. Dvorsky on the left wing. Here's a shot. Save made by Spencer Knight.
They're playing scared. They're not even playing timid.
They're being outshot 19-15. We played. They're playing scared. They are playing very scared. Napoleon says, my dad's 75, so a good long life. We hope to make a trip to Vegas happen in 2028 for opening day for the A's new stadium. I want him here for that. I don't blame you. I had many a White Sox game with my dad.
We're pushing for that, man.
Many a White Sox game with my dad. Yeah, we are. We are. Hey, look. If your dad makes it for opening day in Vegas, we'll join you.
Yeah.
Now I'm putting it out there. Why not? We'll fire up our RV and make a trip out there. Even though my wife doesn't like baseball, we want to meet people that have met, want to meet people that are dealing with, and I want to talk to some cancer survivors on the stadium tour. Army Navy tomorrow, and then Bills Patriots to open Sunday. Actually, to open Sunday, it's Snowman's NFL pregame show called Snowman's NFL Sunday. The pregame show will start at 11. We got a new Jody and I have a new recipe for you that you're gonna love seeing us make, and we got previews all the way up until the 1 o'clock hour when the Patriots and the Bills will meet for the AFC East.
See, now I'm curious
about
what's cooking, Doc.
Oh, if y'all missed the second one, yeah, if y'all missed the second one, go check it out on the YouTube page. We made butternut squash soup.
And because of how cold it is getting, that's probably one of the better dishes to have. A good hearty
we're gonna make a
soup.
lot of soups, man. I'm
yeah.
telling you, we're gonna make a lot of soups, man. I'll try it again with the face-off. Frank Nazar will take the draw for the Blackhawks. Dvorsky again will take the face-off for the Blues. Now the Blues have it out in front. There's only been one penalty tonight, and the Blackhawks were able to kill it. Meanwhile, the Blues are out shooting the Blackhawks 20-15. We're down to 4:40 remaining in period 2. You got the puck in the Blues zone. Somebody come up with it and take a shot. Connor Dock, the only one back there for Chicago.
The Blues have gotten all their goals with full strength. The Hawks have been full strength with all 3 of the goals that the Blues have scored.
Gotta get an advantage somewhere. 4:18 remaining in period 2. St. Louis 3, Chicago 1. They fight for it on the left boards. They fight for it on the far boards. Blackhawks able to come up with it off the boards, and they shoot it into the zone, and Hofer able to make a play. Now they shoot it back the other way. The Hawks have it, the control center. We pass out in front, deflected, and we got another fight. Another fight. It is Connor Murphy for the Blackhawks and Dylan Holloway for St. Louis, and Holloway takes down Murphy, shaking him a couple of times, and now the referee's getting in to break it up. Round 2. Fight. I can't believe this.
I can't either.
2 fights, 1 each period. Pow! And I saw what happened. Right in the back.
Mm.
They're trying to, and then they drop the gloves, and it's on.
And it's already time to fight.
Someone said to me they want to see me in a hockey fight. No, you don't.
No.
Well, as much as I've been through in my life, you don't want to see me in a hocky fight.
More like you don't want to be in a hockey fight.
I'll pick people up and body slam them. Huh?
I said more like they don't want to be in a hockey fight with you. Well, the stuff you went through. The last thing to be is in a fight.
They don't want to see me in a hockey fight. They don't want to see me in a fight. They have it out in front. Shot save made by Hofer. Doggone it. They get a couple shots on the net, and Hofer able to cover it up. Oh, man. Hofer, it was right there in front, and the Hawks couldn't get to it in time.
Oh,
right off the pad of Hofer, and he's able to cover it up in front of the net. 3:53 remaining in period 2. St. Louis has control, and they send it out to the far side. Now the Hawks able to gain control. Let's see if they can get a couple shots on the net. They send it in. Hofer able to send it around to the near boards. St. Louis gets to it first, but now the Blackhawks have it back, and they keep it in the St. Louis zone.
good push.
Hofer able to get to again, and now they clear it. 3:15 remaining in period 2. Back to get it for the Blackhawks is Matt Grelchik.
Well, the Hawks are really trying.
Grelchik shoots it ahead, and now has it back on the far boards.
What they're trying.
Grelchik sends it in behind the nets, gathered in by St. Louis, and here they come back the other way with Pavel Buchnevich. Buchnevich sends it back on the near side. They're able to get to it again. Buchnevich with a centering pass. That's deflected away. And now the Hawks have it. They're trying to get organized and get some shots. Teravainen shoots it in. Somebody got knocked down in front of the net. No call. 2:35 left in the second period. Only one penalty on the night. But we've had more fights than penalties tonight. 2 fights, one penalty. And we get a whistle. We get a whistle for a short timeout. 2:31 remaining in the second period. Blues 3, Blackhawks 1. And as I said, when I did a short diary of a mad snowman, I was so afraid of the numbers not being there and all that stuff. And you know something? I don't care anymore. I don't care. I'm doing this because I love it, and I know the people who love hearing me call games will show up. Conor Bedard will take this face off. And the Blues able to gain control at the center line and then shot into the Chicago zone.
Just remember, you still got a
down to 2:20 remaining in period 2.
You still got another season to call in the W too. All things considered.
Centering pass out in front, deflected. Now the Blues able to get it back to the right, I should say, of Spencer Knight. Spencer Knight has not had a good night so far, but there's a whole period remaining and 2 minutes left in this one. Let's see if the Hawks can at least try to get close. And for the last 2 minutes, the Blues have had it in the Hawks zone, and now the Hawks have it. Bedard back the other way. Bedard out in front, had it poked away, gathered in by Grelchik. Grelchik sends it off the boards. Bedard able to get to it. Here's a shot coming out front. That's deflected and all the way around the boards. Bedard unable to get to it, but Teravainen does. 90 seconds left in the second period. They fight for it behind the boards. It's gathered in by Leshinov. Leshinov has it behind the boards. He got tripped, no call, and the Blues come out with it and send it all the way down into the Chicago zone. 3-1 St. Louis, 75 seconds left in period 2.
More goal
Fortner back the other way.
By the wayside.
Fortner all the way in. Here's a shot. Save made by Hofer. That's Crevier with the shot. I read the name wrong. I apologize for that. 17th shot of the night. DJ Master says, I'm back. Glad to have you back and glad you're in. .110 remaining in period 2. Conor Bedard, 1 assist, 2 shots, and 1 block shot in 12 minutes of ice time. Here's a shot out front, deflected. Hawks able to come back to it. Another shot deflected by Hofer. They send it back the other way, right back in front of the net. The Blues able to deflect it as we're inside of the Wanda Parlay final minute. Hawks able to keep it, and they send it back into the Blues zone. They're really going to have to attack in period 3. They, meaning the Blackhawks, if they're going to get back in this ball game. St. Louis has controlled the game over the course of the first 40 minutes.
Completely.
DJ, I'm doing
domination.
Good.
It's a complete domination.
I get a chance to do play-by-play, and people tune in. I'm good. 30 seconds for the second period. You know, for the first time for me calling hockey in 14 years, I think I'm doing pretty good. It's just a matter of me mastering the names now, out and having a better studying job. But I know I'm going to have to fix a couple things with my setup. Down to the final 10 seconds. 9, 8, now 7. McHakev sends it in. Hofer sends it around the boards. 3, 2, 1, and that's the period. So another fight and another goal for St. Louis as we're done with 2. Your score is the St. Louis Blues 3 and the Chicago Blackhawks 1.
I got one more period to
Take
get
an
it right.
extended
20
break,
more minutes.
and we'll just pal around and chat for a little bit. 20 more minutes indeed to get it right. Don't forget, folks, Sunday is Snowman's NFL pregame or NFL Sunday, brought to you by Snowman's Road to Recovery on GoFundMe. For the last period we go, after an intermission, we're in the second intermission. St. Louis 3, Blackhawks 1. Let's pause for this extended timeout.
Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets. Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kermit the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
From the hills of Santa Clara to the legacy of the stick, this is where red runs deep and greatness wears gold. 40 plus years of fan, 30 years in the booth, and now it's personal. The 49ers like you've never heard them before. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sportsnet. Hosted by Brian Snow, each week you will get a recap of the game that just happened and the game that will happen. All the stats, facts, and figures, all the fun notes, fan chats, and everything else you could put into 30 minutes. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sportsnet. Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered a winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text delete, 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 delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you total football talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels.
Dad?
Just 1 minute, okay?
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
I think I finally found.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason.
Got a new house. It's looking pretty cool so far.
A place that I call home.
I'm teaching Louise how to cook some lasagna.
It only takes a spark to make a fire start.
Thank you.
Study, please.
I think I finally found a place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
Hey everybody, Snowman here. Looking for the best way to experience live events? Well, SeatGeek has you covered. With just a few taps on your phone, you can find the best seats for concerts, sports, theater, and more. Don't miss out on unforgettable moments. Download the SeatGeek app today and get ready for an experience like no other. Each ticket is vetted for authenticity and ranked on a 1 to 10 scale. And right now, if you sign up and use the code Snowman, you will get $20 off of your first purchase. That's only through the power of SeatGeek, where fans can fan.
Love this comment from HF and H. H says this period should have both teams taking shots like it's happy hour, but I still stand on my prediction. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised. It's 3-1 St. Louis.
I wouldn't be either, man.
At the end of period 2.
I wouldn't be
either. Thanks for allowing me that long break, folks. I had to get a breather and I had to get some more water.
It's been very timid for the Blackhawks. They play extremely passive.
They have. This is not the Blackhawks team I'm used. This is not the Blackhawks team I'm used to seeing.
No, not at all.
Okay, time for our question of the period as we head into period 3.
Mm-hmm.
If you could pick a game to watch in the Stadium Series, which matchup would you have?
I have no idea.
I know which one I'd have.
There's so many good ones.
I would have the Red Wings and the Blackhawks.
Yeah, the central showdown that would work.
I have the old Norris division showdown.
Yeah.
Red Wings and Blackhawks.
I absolutely love that when NHL used to be on Fox because the Red Wings always play. And of course that glowing red puck.
You know what? That glowing red puck drove me bananas.
It
was a benefit. It was a benefit when I was learning to call hockey and I was practicing. It was a benefit because I knew where it was. Problem. I couldn't see the doggone thing when I called that first game.
Right, like where's the
they kept saying, puck? Follow the puck. Yeah, there's a problem. Where is the doggone thing?
Right.
That's like Jim Durham, and I'm gonna make Victor laugh. That's like Jim Durham. Here's Eaton standing in the lane. Eaton standing in the lane. Eaton standing in the lane. He's standing in the doggone lane.
Right. You would think that someone would have called it by now.
You think there's 2 referees there. You would think they would call Eaton being in the lane. You would think they would call an illegal defense.
For a long time. He just standing there.
He was just standing there, man. He says, I got you. DJ says, I got you on 2 devices. Oh, cool, man. Cool.
Nice.
Hope it's coming through great on both devices for you. Man, I remember the first time I played that sound for Victor, courtesy of Jim Durham. It was from a Bulls game in December of '86. They were playing it at Utah. Mark Eaton was just standing there in the lane.
Camped in the lane.
He was camped in he all 7'4" of him was camped in the lane. And
the reason why I said it that way is because my dad said it that way. We were watching that game, and my dad and I were watching the game, and he was like, and just saying, Eaton's standing in the lanes, Eaton's standing in the lanes. And my dad said, he's standing in the doggone lane. I'm like, yeah.
I tell you, I wasn't even supposed to be watching that game, but I was. He says, my phone and TV. Oh, sweet. That is sweet. Thanks a lot, DJ. If you like what you DJ, if you like what you see and what you hear, please help the channel grow with a like and a subscribe. And if you can make a donation via Cash App or PayPal or Super Chat, all that would be great. But yeah, when you told me that, I was dying laughing.
I know, I was like,
I was dying laughing
so loud. It scared the crap out of me because I was just sitting there. I think I was sitting there because color because I was a kid back then. Color, he just yells, and I'm like, "What do you mean standing in the lane? What happened?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah."
And then you had to figure out, okay, you're only allowed 2 seconds in the lane. If it's 3 seconds, then it's
3 second violation.
It's not only is it 3 second violation, it's a illegal defense. At the time, it was illegal defense. But man,
but didn't even think of it. Like just standing there. It's like you see him in the lane.
It's right there. Mark Eaton was right there. I try to help as well as I can. I thank you, DJ. I thank everybody that has tuned in, that's hung out with us. But the Stadium Series is coming back to the NHL. Thank God for that. I love the Stadium Series. I had a chance to see the Stadium Series when it was in Chicago with the Penguins and the Blackhawks. From Soldier Field.
From Soldier Field. A hockey game at Soldier Field.
A hockey game at Soldier Field. 60,000 plus at Soldier Field. And Victor called me and said, how was it? I'm cold, dag nabbit.
Exactly.
Because when the game started for the Stadium Series 2014, when the game started at Soldier Field, it was warm.
Right.
It was warm all day. Pure Adrenaline Sports in the house. What's up, man? What's up? He says, Snowman, what's up, brother? Love the layout. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. I gotta make a couple of tweaks for the vertical side. I think I know what I'm gonna do, but thank you very much for that. I'm gonna make some tweaks before tomorrow's Army-Navy game. But when I went to the Stadium Series, I got invited to see Penguins and Blackhawks from Soldier Field, which means we couldn't see a doggone thing from where we were sitting.
Right.
It was warm. It was warm. Okay. It was warm. By the time I got out of there, we were all putting on our hats, putting on gloves.
It was cold.
And it was cold and it was snowing.
Oh, man.
And Victor called me and said, where are you? Soldier Field. He said, what the heck are you doing at Soldier Field? Penguins and Blackhawks. Oh, okay. How's the how is it out there? I'm cold, dag nabbit.
I'm cold. I'm entirely too cold for this nonsense.
I am too cold for this. Oh, DJ, thanks for checking in. I said, I'm too cold for this. And Victor said, well, I'm nice and warm. I'm coming over there and I'm kicking your tail.
Right.
What did I do? Don't give me that. What did I do? Well, you didn't have to go to Soldier Field. Shut up.
Like, you didn't have to. You chose to.
He just killed the whole argument right there. I'm trying to have an argument with one of my best friends in life. He just killed it. Well, you really didn't have to go. Shut up.
Right. Man, you keep your whole mouth
so many
closed.
Stories. Keep your mouth closed. Mouth, M-O-U-F, not mouth, M-O-U-T-H.
If you think that's bad, folks, at 1 o'clock this Sunday, possibly the most boring game in Chicago history.
The Browns and the Bears.
Browns.
I officially called for the Bears to win. You know what my heart wants?
A scoreless tie.
Yes.
Yep.
Because and you know how many people are going to hype this game up because of the quarterbacks?
Yeah, it's going to be.
Do you know how many people are going to hype this game up because of the quarterbacks?
And you know who's going to be the best player out of all of them? Myles Garrett.
DeAndre Swift. Myles Garrett.
Just like who was the best player between the Bears and the Raiders? Max Crosby.
And I said that aloud on the air.
You said that aloud. All players say, "That's true."
He did. He did. Let's take another 2 minutes. We'll come back with the start of period 3 after this word from Climb for Chris. Hey, Chicago, it's time to climb. Excitement is in the air as we come together for something extraordinary. The Climb for Chris fundraising event, a celebration of strength, community, and unwavering hope. One of our own, Brother Rice class of 2009, a leader, a coach, a friend, a father, Chris Hilliard has spent his life lifting others up, guiding young athletes, inspiring students, and taking every chance to explore the world with his wife Lauren and their 1-year-old son. But in September of 2024, everything changed. Chris was diagnosed with a rare, aggressive brain tumor. Since then, he's been in constant, grueling treatment, traveling out of state almost every other week, from last-minute flights to long hotel stays to meals and rental cars. The bills add up fast. Chris is now a part of an international clinical trial, a treatment path that gives real hope. But staying in the fight means staying in the program. And staying in the program means more travel, more time away, and more mounting expenses. So now it's our turn to show up for him. Join us at Climb for Chris, featuring live music from Maggie Speaks, great food, drinks, raffles, and a community ready to stand tall. Every dollar raised goes toward Chris's medical and travel costs so he can focus on healing, not bills. Every $10 makes a difference. And if you can't give today, sharing the page helps more than you know. Chris is always the one who shows up when it matters. Now we climb for him. Be a part of the miracle. Be a part of the movement. Join us, support, pray, and share. Together, we climb. Learn more and contribute today at Climb for Chris by visiting climbforchris.com. Off we go with period 3. It's Thomas taking the draw for St. Louis, Bedard taking the draw for the Blackhawks, and the Blackhawks are stationed to our right. They'll move right to left, St. Louis left to right, and we're underway. 20 shots for the Blues, 18 for the Blackhawks, 38 shot attempts for St. Louis, 31 for the Blackhawks, and offensive zone time 9:54 to 6:27. St. Louis double the scoring chances of the Blackhawks, and it all comes down to what we were talking about with St. Louis winning 23 faceoffs, Blackhawks only winning 12, and here they come. Here come the Blackhawks back the other way. Ryan Green having it in the corner for a moment, but it comes back out to center ice. Blackhawks have it, and they shove it back into the St. Louis zone. Now behind the goal, they send it back the other way, and this time the Blackhawks get to it. Levshinov sends it back the other way, and Banks just hopped on my desk. Now they send it back in, and Hofer able to get to it. But the Blackhawks keep it in. Here's a shot out front, save made by Hofer. Now the Hawks keep it back in. Another shot coming. That one's deflected. And a whistle blows. And now we may have another fight.
Another fight.
But we don't, but the officials got in just in time.
Okay.
Oliver Moore for the Blackhawks threw a couple of punches, but the official said, no, we don't want another fight right now. And Oliver Moore had a shot deflected wide. I think that somebody said they want to see me pop. No, you don't.
Nope.
Y'all don't want to see that. And I've had people say, well, why not? I have 2 left feet. I've already had a concussion, and I've been through a lot of stuff in my life, and I'd let out a lot of aggression. Hawks win the face-off. They go behind. They go behind the net. Hofer able to get to it. Centering pass deflected out in front, and the Blues able to get to it. Trying to clear it, and they do. All the way back into the Blackhawks zone. We play 2 minutes in the third period. Each team now has 20 shots on goal, difference being a 2-goal lead for St. Louis. They send it back the other way. Send it back the other way with Mikheyev. Now Levshinov has it on the near boards. Send it back the other way. And it's gathered in by Colton Dock. Levshinov back the other Mikheyev back the other way. I beg your pardon. Got to learn the names. I'm going to use flashcards to remember the names. And now St. Louis has it back the other way. Here they come, 2-on-1. Trying to look for a centering pass. Has one. Shot coming on the way. Save made by Spencer Knight. And again, a couple of players come together. Almost another fight.
Another brouhaha.
This game has been chippy. This game has been chip and E.
Speaking of which, how in the world do the Falcons
17:36 remaining in the game? 3-1 with the lead. They took a 2-0 lead in the first period. Blackhawks got one of them back, led 2-1 at the end of 1, 3-1 at the end of 2, and that's where we stand right now with the face-off to the right circle of Spencer Knight. Blackhawks trying to get control, and they do. They send it up the ice. Colton Dock has it on the right wing. Dock stops, takes one, deflected by Hofer. Robbie Fabry with 2 assists in this game tonight. Hawks trying to keep it back in the St. Louis zone with 17:15 remaining. They're down a pair. Hofer able to get to it. Hofer sends it back the other way. Now the Blackhawks trying to keep it in their zone. This is where they need to attack. They needed to have been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
They've been needing to do this for a while. 16:55 remaining in period 3. Now Bedard has it across the line. Ryan Green has it back to Mikheyev. And again, they got that one wrong. That's Levshinov on defense. Levshinov now has it. Tripped up, and Tyler Bertuzzi able to fight for it on the near boards. And 16:30 remains in the game. So it was 3, Blackhawks 1. And a lot of this, you know what I've noticed? Bertuzzi got walloped into the boards and over the boards. No, is that Teravainen? That's Teravainen that got whacked and fell over the St. Louis net after he made a play on it. Now the Blues have it in play. Fabry with 2 hits tonight. Blackhawks have it to the right of Spencer Knight, trying to get it out of their own zone, and they do. Icing may be the call here, and it will. 21 shots apiece. Now they're getting some shots on goal. Mammoth and Kraken are tied, are in a scoreless tie, I beg your pardon. Bobby Fabry in his 10th NHL season, drafted by the Blues in 2014. He's played 164 games with the Blues, won the Cup in 2019, and he signed a one-year contract on Wednesday to return to St. Louis. A lot of Stanley Cup winners in this ball game tonight. And between the two, St. Louis, as Grillchick sends it ahead. Conor Bedard weaving his way through traffic. Grillchick has it back, centering pass in for Bedard. Hofer able to get it behind the net. Pertuzzi trying to get to it. He can't. Teravainen makes a hit. And St. Louis able to come back the other way. But in the neutral zone, the Hawks able to get to it. Nope, St. Louis has a scoring chance. Shot coming. It's deflected. Rebound, save. And they have it back out front. And they'll play it behind the net. Chicago able to get to it. And the Hawks have it, waiting for traffic to clear all the way into the zone. Weaves his way in, takes a shot wide of the net. Hawks unable to get to it behind the net as we approach 5 minutes gone in period 3. Now the Hawks have it in the neutral zone. Oliver Moore got whacked, nothing called there. You realize there's only been one penalty tonight?
One.
We've had 2 fights.
Uno.
We've had 1 penalty tonight, and that was a hooking call in period 1.
And that was against the Hawks.
Blues coming back the other way. So a clean game tonight. Yep, that's against the Hawks. So except for the 2 fights, a clean game tonight between these 2 teams that absolutely can't stand each other. Visit our NHL shop link on snowmanmultimedia.com if you're a hockey fan, as they sent it in, and it's Logan Malou who sent it in. And now here come the Blackhawks back the other way. Shot coming, and it's deflected wide. Visit our link at NHLshop.com. Use the code Snowman to get a discount. Hofer able to save it and send it back the other way. We're down to 14 minutes remaining in period 3. Man, this is one of the fastest hockey games I've ever called.
Yep.
Because it's only been 1 penalty tonight. That's why.
It's only been one side doing all the shooting at this point.
Yep. And it's been the Blue, even though the official shot count is 22-21 St. Louis. Horwitz called for a 4-2 St. Louis win. They have it out front to Grillchick. Grillchick fakes. Here's your shot coming. Deflected out in front. Grillchick able to get it back. They fight for it, and St. Louis able to come up with it. Chicago intercepts. In between the lines, as Grillchick has it in the Chicago zone. He'll skate behind Spencer Knight. Now he shovels it ahead to Mahakev. Mahakev comes across. Ryan Green sends it to Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi with a shot deflected off of the glove of Hofer. Chicago keeps it in the zone. About time they take some shots in the zone. Here it comes. It's deflected away. St. Louis able to cover, but Chicago able to get back in their zone momentarily. But now St. Louis has it on the rush. Back the other way. No icing called this time. They fight for it on the near boards. Comes back out. Bertuzzi able to get it for the Blackhawks. Bertuzzi back the other way. Grillchick now has it. Coming in from the left. Grillchick had it poked away. They fight for it behind the net. Grillchick circles around. Able to get to it onto the left of Hofer. A couple of players get tripped. They go down. Chicago able to get to it. They fire it out to the right side. Is Grillchick able to get to it? Sam Lafferty now takes control. Hawks are 1-5-1 when trailing after 2 periods. And they may be staring 1-6-1 to the face. We're down to 12.5 minutes remaining in period 3. Here's a centering pass out front, intercepted by St. Louis, and they send it back the other way. And again, the fear of the Blackhawks to shoot the puck is sitting right there.
The one and dones. If they don't get a perfect shot, they don't
Nasser has 5 goals this season. He has none in the last 18 games. Here's Connor Dock on the fly, all the way in. He takes a shot and it's deflected and saved by Hofer. Connor Dock already has 1 fight under his belt tonight. In fact, he was in the first fight. He just might. 12:08 for the third. He just might be due for another one. 12:08 for the third. Let's take time out. 3-1 St. Louis. Hey, Chicago, it's time to climb. Excitement is in the air as we come together for something extraordinary. The Climb for Chris fundraising event. A celebration of strength, community, and unwavering hope. One of our own, Brother Rice class of 2009, a leader, a coach, a friend, a father, Chris Hilliard has spent his life lifting others up, guiding young athletes, inspiring students, and taking every chance to explore the world with his wife Lauren and their 1-year-old son. But in September of 2024, everything changed. Chris was diagnosed with a rare aggressive brain tumor. Since then, he's been in constant, grueling treatment, traveling out of state almost every other week, from last-minute flights to long hotel stays to meals and rental cars. The bills add up fast. Chris is now a part of an international clinical trial, a treatment path that gives real hope. But staying in the fight means staying in the program. And staying in the program means more travel, more time away, and more mounting expenses. So now it's our turn to show up for him. Join us at Climb for Chris, featuring live music from Maggie Speaks, great food, drinks, raffles, and a community ready to stand tall. Every dollar raised goes toward Chris's medical and travel costs so he can focus on healing, not bills. Every $10 makes a difference. And if you can't give today, sharing the page helps more than you know. Chris is always the one who shows up when it matters. Now we climb for him. Be a part of the miracle. Be a part of the movement. Join us, support, pray, and share. Together, we climb.
Mute it again.
Lowest team save percentage. St. Louis is the third lowest.
The third lowest?
The Hawks, third lowest.
Oh my god!
We're getting beat by them tonight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's again the thing.
Now
of
it's
like,
not played and a whistle blows.
You wonder, did the Blackhawks play down to the Blues level, and the Blues like just came out and just hit him in the mouth?
Seems that way. Seems that way. Chicago in the third wild card position in the Western Conference.
And if they keep playing like this, they're not going to stay there.
I want them to get back in the playoffs so bad. Here they come the other way. St. Louis able to pick it off.
It happened again.
They come back the other. Chicago comes back the other way behind the net, and now they send it ahead right to left. But nothing but Blues there in the far corner.
Oh man!
11:20 remaining in the ball game. Now here's out to the right side, clean shot coming, deflected by Hofer out to the near side. Ryan Green, he'll take a shot, and the save made by Hofer.
Hofer's doing a good job because even though the shots are starting to creep up a little bit, he's still been able to handle them.
He's been handling it well. He's only allowed one through tonight. Hawks trying to keep it in play in the St. Louis zone. They do not, and they'll get a change. 24 shots for the Blackhawks, 23 for St. Louis as we approach the halfway mark of period 3. .32 left in period 3. St. Louis 3, Blackhawks 1. All our scoring has occurred in the first 2 periods. Blackhawks got 1 in the first period, haven't scored since. St. Louis got 2 in the first, 1 in the second. Don't forget, folks, Army-Navy tomorrow right here at 3 p.m.
It's going to be crazy tomorrow.
Yeah, and it's in Baltimore. So there will be a winning team in Baltimore.
Yeah, because at least it's a good
joke.
At least there'll be good football in
There'll
Baltimore.
There'll be a good game in Baltimore tomorrow.
Right.
There's a shot coming, deflected, out in front shot, and save made by Spencer Knight. What? How in the world did he save that? Jake Neighbors had a point-blank shot, and Spencer Knight able to get to it. All he had to do was make one deke, but oh, you know what? He hit it off the post, and Knight able to cover it up. Wow, that could have been game, set, match.
That could have been.
That could have been game, set, match.
I mean, right now it's a two goal lead.
He hit it off of the post. And now we approach the halfway mark of period 3. Grelchik in the St. Louis zone for the Blackhawks. Jake Neighbors has 8 goals on 30 shots this season. Now they come back out to the blue line. Hawks trying to keep it in the St. Louis zone. We'll cover it up behind. We'll freeze behind the net. Faulk comes back the other way as the Hawks make a change. Now it's that will play it behind the net. Hawks wait for traffic to clear. 9:40 remaining. Grelchik sends it back the other way into the St. Louis zone. Hofer gets there. And now the Hawks able to get back to it. It was deflected, but St. Louis gets to it first. Now they come back the other way. Hawks able to get back to that. 9:20 left in the ball game. 3-1 St. Louis with a lead. Yes, I am doing a hockey game, folks.
Where's the hustle to the puck for the Hawks, man? So they're always getting beat out by the
not only the hustle to the puck. Where's the hustle period? Where's the hustle period? That's what I want to know. Where's the hustle period?
True.
Jake Neighbors had a point-blank shot. He had Spencer Knight out of the net and was unable to get to it. (3-1) St. Louis as we're halfway through period number 3. Phew. I'll tell you all a funny story. Considering this is officially my 30th year in broadcasting. Tell you a funny story. I had a game to do at Northern Iowa, and I drove there from Gary, Indiana.
Okay.
And I stopped. I loaded up with caffeine. Didn't know the end result was me going to crash. But I got there. I got outside the arena, and I said, you know what? I need to sleep. So here I am with a shirt and tie on. I get let inside of the arena. I didn't know there was a student center there. Hello, Division I college basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And I sit and I'm looking at my notes and I zonk out.
Yep.
I zonk completely out. I think I was asleep for a good 2.5, 3 hours. Because the next voice I hear is from one of my great buddies, Gary Reimer.
Mm-hmm.
When I heard him say, quote, I'm looking for the voice of Chicago State University. And I sat right up.
Like, that's me.
That's me. Made sure my shirt was tucked in. And he says, I'm doing a segment that I have for my pregame show called The Other Mic. You down? Yeah, I'm down. Recap our scoring. Logan Malou made it 1-0. Then Matt Luff with a shot. That came in the first period. And then the Blues got one after the Hawks got one back. Justin Falk provided the third goal of the game, four goals total, and that's where we stand. 3-1, 9:08 remaining in period 3. Hawks send it back in. Shot taken by, was that Bedard who took that shot? Yeah, it was. Unable to get it on net. Now the Blues come back the other way. Centering pass in, too wide. 8:44 left in period 3. Now the Hawks trying to clear it, and they do, out to the neutral zone. They send it into the Hawk zone, but St. Louis able to cover it up with Justin Falk. Justin Falk gets back to it, waits for traffic to clear, and now both teams make a change. Down to 8:20 remaining in period 3. I think I'm going to change my hockey games to Friday night and then make Wednesday my day for women's college basketball. I don't know why. It just seems like it's right.
Either Friday Night Lights or
It
Friday
just
Night
seems like it's
Face-Off.
right. Here's a bouncing puck.
You call the Friday Night Face-Off or the Friday Night
I have
Lamp?
it as Friday Night Ice.
That's a good one too.
I have a title now. It's Friday Night Ice. Friday Night Ice. 7:38 remaining in period 3. Hawks have it out in front. Shot coming. Deflected. They were close. Bedard tries again. And it's deflected again. Out to the far corner. And St. Louis clears. You know, the Blackhawks have not had one power play tonight.
Not one. The Blues have played extremely clean.
You know, and Horowitz said at the top of the and Horowitz at the top of the broadcast that less than 6 penalties tonight.
You've only had one.
Only been one.
Which means you can clear that parlay.
There has only been one penalty tonight.
You can cash in on that one.
Yep. If you call less than 6 penalties tonight, you can cash in on that one with 7-9. I think you're going to wind up cashing in on that one with 7:19 left. Chicago's outshot St. Louis 7-3 here in period 3, but they haven't got any past Hofer. Now the Hawks try an odd rush back the other way, down 2 goals with 7 minutes remaining. There's plenty of time for them to come back and get this one, but they got to get some more shots on the net, and they got to follow their shots. Centering pass out in front for Moore. Oliver Moore had it poked away and stolen. Dadgummit, Logan Mailou got to it. 6:39 remaining. Centering pass cross ice is gathered in by the Blackhawks, and here they come back the other way as they escape with the puck. 2-on-2 the other way. Looking for help. They send it in, and they get a shift change. Logan Mailou gets back to it, but now the Hawks come up with a steal. Here's a shot deflected by Hofer out front. They have it in the near corner, back to the other side. It's poked away out to center ice, but it's gathered in by Teravainen. Teravainen skating in. Teravainen takes a shot. That's deflected to the other side. Hawks keep it in the St. Louis zone. Shot coming out front, save made by Hofer. Less than 6 to go in the ball game. Chevier had a shot deflect off of not just the goalie, but the post. And we have time on the ice. 6:57 remaining. 3-1, St. Louis. What are your predictions for Army Navy tomorrow? I say Navy's going to win. And the strange part is, I don't think it'll be close.
I think it will be close. I'm going to say 28-24 in favor of Navy. I think Army's going to come in with a nice fight.
Yeah. But I still say 38-28 Navy. That's my prediction. 38-28. Kenneth, what's your prediction? Yeah, I know. I feel that.
You feel it?
You know, here's a fun story for you. Me and Brazil ball game at Wiedeman.
Uh-huh.
I had Derek take the middle innings. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I fell asleep.
Yeah. I remember that.
I was cruising through. Somehow I was hearing all the cues.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, and then I hear him say something that had me cracking up. He goes to a break saying, "You're listening to the fish-like mammals."
The fish-like mammal. I remember that.
What?
The fish-like mammals.
That is never forgot. That has never left my memory.
Nope.
That has never left my memory. My memory. Listening to the fish-like mammals known as the Whitney Young Dolphin, and I'm trying not to laugh.
You were in mid-sleep and you started laughing.
I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to laugh. I am swallowing my laughter. Back in front, shot, score!
There we go.
It's a one-goal game, folks. Andrei Burakovsky brings the Blackhawks to within one.
Now to sound the horn.
Thank you for that. I can officially sound the horn now.
Chelsea Dagger.
Oh, yeah. Little Chelsea Dagger along with the Blackhawks horn. And we have a one-goal game, 3-2, and 5:51 remaining. The 8th goal of the season for Burakovsky, his first since November 9th. Can the Blackhawks pepper him with more shots and get the equalizer? 5:39 remaining in the game.
Okay, can the Hawks pull that miracle like they did in the Stanley Cup final
in Boston?
Yep.
Here they go. They got a 2-on-1 centering pass wide.
I'm sorry, Shane. I just remember that. Oh wait, sorry, Shane.
I'm not.
Poor Shane.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding as I say that. Here's a shot taken in, or a long pass taken in, and the Blackhawks get to it. And we got another fight.
Another goal, another fight.
And now we got two fights.
Wait, what?
Thomas for the Blues. Bedard got tangled up for the Blackhawks. He's yelling some bad words.
Uh-oh.
Jake Neighbors for St. Louis was in the tussle with Conor Bedard.
Another scuffle.
This is one of the few times I see Conor Bedard that angry.
There are two fights at the same time.
There were two fights. There were two almost fights, I should say, at once. As Conor Bedard was put in a headlock by Pavel Buchnevich. And there's a penalty on both sides. It's Mitch for St. Louis, number 89, and Conor Bedard for the Blackhawks. So it's a 4-on-4 with 5:06 left.
So that's now what, 3 penalties?
Yeah, 1 apiece. 3 total.
3 total.
But you can't count this as a penalty because they cancel each other out. So it's a 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. Let's see if the Hawks can take advantage of this. I was beginning to think this was a shoot-around. I thought so too.
Same.
H says about freaking time. I agree with that. We got a 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. We were inside of 5 minutes remaining in the third period. The Blackhawks are within 1 at 3-2. Andrei Burakovsky with the latest goal for Chicago. And now they're trying to get the equalizer. They come back the other way, 3-on-2. Shot coming from the far side. That's deflected and out into the crowd. Chevrier with the shot. 4-on-4 with a 1:31 left. And H says less than 6 penalties tonight. You're sitting on 3 right now. That may cash for you. 4-on-4 with 1:31 left. Oh, John Butchercross is calling the game tonight for the 4-letter network. He's been their analyst for the longest time. It's Shane and Green that will take the face-off, and it's won by St. Louis with 90 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Who will have the advantage on this 4-on-4? So far, it's been St. Louis, and again another tussle as Blues players headed to the ground. Now the Blackhawks have it. They escape the other way. Green has it all the way in. Burakovsky sent it around the boards, and it stays in the blue zone. As we're down to a minute on the 4-on-4. Pavel Buchnevich and Conor Bedard. Here's a shot out in front, deflected by Spencer Knight, as the Blackhawks are now getting aggressive. Here's a shot, deflected, rebound out in front. Couldn't get another shot. 40 seconds left on the 4-on-4. 3:45 for the ball game. St. Louis 3, Blackhawks 2. Now the Hawks have it 3-on-2 the other way. Out in front is Grillage, and Grillage unable to get a handle on the puck, and St. Louis escapes back the other way, trying to get some insurance. That pass is deflected and sent in behind the boards. So Mahoney was right. She said hockey is an excuse for people to fight. We've had 4 of them tonight.
4. We had 4.
We had 4 fights tonight, 2 in the same play. See? There you go.
No, I heard her.
5 seconds left on the 4-on-4. The 4-on-4 is clear. Both teams are back at full strength with 3 minutes left. And you know the bad part? The first fight came early.
Yep, it sure did.
Seriously. It's like no other reason to watch that damn.
2:48 remaining in the money period. St. Louis 3, Blackhawks 2. Blackhawks trying desperately to get the equalizer. Both teams are back at full strength. Bedard is back on the ice. Bedard with a centering pass to Teravainen. Teravainen unable to get to it. St. Louis clears. Back the other way. You have to wonder, one-on-one in front. Save made by Spencer Knight. What a save. Butterfly save at that. 2:20 remaining in regulation time. St. Louis takes a shot, deflected out front. Blackhawks trying to get it back the other way so they can get Spencer Knight to the bench. Down to 2:12 remaining. And now the Blackhawks have control. They'll wait for traffic to clear, and you wonder if they're going to go with 6 attackers. Bedard escapes. And they do go with 6 attackers. 2 minutes left.
Uh-oh.
The Blues have an empty net. They have control, and they're unable to get to it as Tyler Berzeke's back to it for the Blackhawks. Blackhawks have an empty net. 1:45 remaining in regulation. Here's a long shot. Save made by Bertuzzi. They may have gone to the empty net a little bit early. 1:35 remaining in regulation. St. Louis 3, Blackhawks 2. Blackhawks cover in their own zone. 1:28 left. The shot is in, and Hofer able to get to it. Clears it from behind his net. Blackhawks have 6 attackers with an empty net behind them. Teravainen had it poked away. Don't let them get to it. They don't. And the Blackhawks able to get to it. They're going to have 65 seconds remaining to try and get the equalizer. We're down to the final minute. This has been fun, folks. Hope you've enjoyed it. Blackhawks send it into the St. Louis zone with an empty net. 55 seconds left. It comes out toward it comes out to the neutral zone. Blackhawks able to control. Remember, the Blackhawks have an empty net and 6 attackers. They play it all the way in. Hofer able to get to it. Now sends it back outside. Bertuzzi able to get to it. Taps it back the other way into the neutral zone. St. Louis has control. They're out in front. Somebody better get back in front of the net. They do, and they poke it away, and the Blackhawks get another chance. 30 seconds remaining. They rush it back the other way. Teravainen has it on the right side. Teravainen, centering pass in front, unable to get to it. Sent back the other way into the neutral zone. Down to the final 20 seconds remaining. Blackhawks are getting some shots, but they got to get one into the net to equalize it. Final 15 seconds. Teravainen back the other way. Now Burakovsky. Burakovsky has it behind the net. Save made by Hofer. 7 seconds. Now 6. Now 5. They have it in the far corner. 4 seconds. 3. They get it out. And St. Louis is going to win the hockey game. Icing call with 0.3 of a second left. Oh, what a performance. What a performance by the St. Louis Blues. Wow.
That was one heck of a game right there.
You know what? I love this. This was a hell of a game by both teams. Hawks played timid for two and a half periods. They had one go off the roof of the net. So the Blackhawks will drop to 13, 12, and 6 on the year. St. Louis will pick up their 12th victory of the year. Blackhawks take their timeout with 0.3 of a second remaining. They still have the empty net, and all St. Louis needs to do is to clear it. They have it back to 0.8 of a second. When is the next hockey stream? Next Friday night. I'll tell you the teams tomorrow we're going to look at. Now I'm getting in rhythm for this. Conor Bedard got a couple shots on net tonight. But it is not to be for the Blackhawks unless they score in the next 0.8 of a second. The faceoff will come to the right of Joel Hofer. Jordan Bennington was scheduled to start tonight. He was pulled in the last game. Conor Bedard will take this faceoff against Thomas. It'll come to the left of Hofer. Hofer's looking. They win it. Shot is no good, and the Blues win. Bedard got knocked down, and he is holding his shoulder. He has separated his shoulder. They're going to put it back in place, and they're quickly going to get him to the locker room as he got knocked down. But a great job by Hofer for St. Louis as he got the start tonight, and the St. Louis Blues get the win.
The only other game.
And Kenneth says 49ers and Colts next Monday night. Oh, I know. I know about that one.
Oh, boy.
And I might have somebody with me. But congratulations to the Blues. They win tonight. Yeah, I know. I know. Congratulations to the Blues. They win tonight by a final of 3-2. We'll take a 2-minute timeout and we'll wrap it up. Hey, Chicago, it's time to climb. Excitement is in the air as we come together for something extraordinary. The Climb for Chris fundraising event, a celebration of strength, community, and unwavering hope. One of our own, Brother Rice class of 2009, a leader, a coach, a friend, a father, Chris Hilliard has spent his life lifting others up, guiding young athletes, inspiring students, and taking every chance to explore the world with his wife Lauren and their 1-year-old son. But in September of 2024, everything changed. Chris was diagnosed with a rare, aggressive brain tumor. Since then, he's been in constant, grueling treatment, traveling out of state almost every other week, from last-minute flights to long hotel stays to meals and rental cars. The bills add up fast. Chris is now a part of an international clinical trial, a treatment path that gives real hope. But staying in the fight means staying in the program. And staying in the program means more travel, more time away, and more mounting expenses. So now it's our turn to show up for him. Join us at Climb for Chris, featuring live music from Maggie Speaks, great food, drinks, raffles, and a community ready to stand tall. Every dollar raised goes toward Chris's medical and travel costs so he can focus on healing, not bills. Every $10 makes a difference. And if you can't give today, sharing the page helps more than you know. Chris is always the one who shows up when it matters. Now we climb for him. Be a part of the miracle. Be a part of the movement. Join us, support, pray, and share. Together, we climb. Learn more and contribute today at Climb for Chris by visiting climbforchris.com. Oh, man. It wasn't a good showing for the Blackhawks, to be perfectly honest, but they got to within one. They were just unable to get the equalizer. And the final score tonight, St. Louis 3 and the Blackhawks 2. Blackhawks dropped 13, 12, and 6 on the year. St. Louis picks up their 12th victory of the season. And Victor and I talked about it the entire time. It's you got to put some shots on the net. Now they did it late, but they didn't do it early, and that's why they fell behind 2-0 and eventually 3-1, and they eventually lost 3-2.
Yeah, I mean, you can't just hope that you're going to be able to make up those shots in the third period. You need to start off hot, and that's exactly what the Blues did. I mean, we were almost 5 minutes into the first period before they scored?
Yep. Yeah, actually about 10 minutes before the Blackhawks got one.
And the
but they fall tonight 3-2.
Mammoth and the Kraken.
Go ahead.
In period 2 with 3:52 left. The Mammoth lead the Kraken 2-1. That's the only other game we have tonight. And then tomorrow, the slate goes this way. It's McCarthy and the Devils take on the Anaheim Quack Ducks, not Oregon Ducks. That's at 11:30 a.m. That's our early morning game. You have the Senators taking on the Wild at 1 p.m.
That's an early start.
Yep. At 2 p.m., you have the Penguins and the Sharks. At 2:30, you got the Islanders taking on the Lightning of Tampa Bay. The Jets will be taking on the Capitals, not the New York Jets. That's at 6 p.m. At 6 p.m. also, you have the Canadiens of Montreal taking on the New York Rangers. Canes and Flyers do battle at 6 p.m. The Golden Knights and the Blue Jackets also do battle at the same time. The Maple Leafs and the Oilers also do battle at 6. At 7, you got the Panthers and the Stars. Oh, dear, the Stars. Tomorrow, you also got the Red Wings and the Blackhawks. Blackhawks tried to make amends for this game against the Detroit Red Wings. The Predators take on the Avalanche at 8. And at 9, in the nightcap, you have the Calgary Flames taking on the Kings.
The Los Angeles Kings.
The Los Angeles Kings.
Tomorrow, the Los Angeles Kings. Good grief, where did that come from? Tomorrow, Army Navy is our feature at 3 p.m. That is when we will go up with our broadcast kickoff set for 3:10. And then Sunday, I don't know what to call Sunday, but there is a chance for the Patriots to clinch the AFC East Division, facing the Buffalo Bills. No one circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills, huh? We're going to find out.
Sunday. The Knuckleball Sunday.
Knuckleball Sunday, because who had the New England Patriots winning the East Division on their card? I will confess I did not. But they have a chance to clinch on Sunday. If not, they got to wait a couple of weeks and see what they can do. And then 425 gives us a little double vision, as the Titans will take on the 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks will host the Indianapolis Colts, who have their season and playoff chances hanging in the balance. And then on Monday, we get a breather. Next Monday night, 49ers will take on the Indianapolis Colts from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, and there is a possibility, and I never thought I would say it this season. I didn't say it. Should have known better because it's my team. The 49ers can win out the season. And not only can they win out the season, they can grab a wild card while they're at it. And if they get a victory, if they win out, there is a possibility they can snatch the number 1 seed. But let's not look too far ahead. 49ers have one job to do on Sunday, and that is take care of the downtrodden Tennessee Titans. 425 is the kickoff. Victor and I are going to get the heck out of here. Victor, thanks for riding shotgun with me, buddy. I love you, and I really appreciate it.
Thanks for taking the driver's seat, Snowman. I'm always here.
Final score one more time. The Blues 3 and the Blackhawks 2. Next Friday night, we'll tell you our matchup throughout the week, but it'll be Friday Night Ice for you. We'll feature the PWHL as well as the NHL. But every Friday night, we'll have a good matchup for you on our edition of Friday Night Ice. And then we'll move our college basketball matchup for the women to Wednesday. We'll get our schedule together, and we'll let you know what's going on. Keep up with us on snowmanmultimedia.com. To everyone who has tuned in, thank you very much. To our staff and our crew, including the great Dr. K, who was our coordinating producer. Engineer is Victor Locke. Producer in studio is Shane Lake. My name is Brian Snow. Hope that you enjoyed it as we enjoyed bringing it to you. God bless you and good night, everybody. The has been a presentation of Snowman Media celebrating 30 years of